In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio host, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
There was some dude who liked horses and liked the radio show and named his horses after us.
And then let them starve.
And then let them starve?
Great.
Kind of like what we're doing to the listeners.
Starving them of entertainment.
They are sick freaks. Bobby, please look. There's one part we want you to see. That's easy. Oh, you okay?
Where entertainment is going.
These guys are watching porn.
Oh, Jesus. What are you talking about?
We're done. We're out.
What just fell down?
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I want to say good morning to all the hookers that can't keep their mouths shut. They're out there.
Yeah, but is it the hooker's fault?
They're out there. The hookers that can't keep their mouths shut. We got hookers coming out of the woodwork here in New York City.
Isn't that a good hooker?
I also slept with him 2 years ago. Shut up.
Yeah, a couple of pictures of, well, at least one picture of a girl that says she slept with Elliot Spitzer. And then a picture of maybe this Kristen girl. Yeah. Little face picture. Little dark-haired minx.
Her face isn't that good.
You didn't think so?
Oh.
What are you... What?
No.
I don't know. She was kind of crawling around. Her hair was in her face a little bit.
Which page?
Oh, I don't know. Turn to your workbook pages.
Well, good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi.
Front page of the New York Post. Hooked. Sex addict governor spent $80,000 on call girls.
$80,000.
And then you got a hot blonde. And it says, I slept with Spitzer. Call girl Sienna, whose own website picture has her face blurred, says the governor was a big tipper.
Big tipper?
And look at that body.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Jesus.
Wowee.
You got to give it to him, I guess. At least it wasn't one of these situations like, what's his name there? That stupid English actor jackass that I can't watch one of his movies. Hugh Grant. At least it wasn't like that where he's with some goddamn slob.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Oh, I thought this was Kristen.
No.
That's the madam.
No, that's the madam.
That's the gym teacher.
Don't look at her.
I call her the gym teacher because she's not good enough to play the sport, so she's got to teach.
She's got to teach.
She's not good enough to be the hooker, so she's got to like...
Hell no, she's the madam. The madam's always a little... but no, Kristen's the
oh, yeah, she
one
looks
right
really,
there.
really good. Okay, I got confused.
Yeah.
The one picture we have of this Kristen broad, who's way underground, they're saying, here in New York City somewhere.
Hiding.
She's either really, nervous... she's either really nervous because her family's about to find out she's a prostitute, or she's like, I am going to get paid.
Yeah.
She's got one of the two things going on, but she might be paranoid her family's going to find out.
Supposedly websites that feature her have kind of shut down. She's in hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to know what this girl looks like.
Yep, she's the girl everyone's chasing. She can make some righteous bucks, I think.
She already makes righteous bucks.
I know, but I mean like one of those... deals where she makes millions giving an interview and pictures to like maybe the Inquirer or something like that.
By the looks of it, it looks like she might have been making millions already, and
Probably.
she just wants business as usual for a few more years.
Yeah. You brought up an interesting point that you think Elliot Spitzer is going to be killed. That's
oh yeah,
that's interesting. He pretty much brought down a giant money-making enterprise, this Emperor's Club.
And there's going to be some more high-profile names that come out.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to be too happy. There's a rumor that one of the people on the list might be a New York judge.
Ooh. Well, you know, I guess people just don't understand. Guys like this stuff. They like having sex with attractive women.
Yep.
And if they're in politics and married, have kids, things like Elliot Spitzer, I guess you have to make a decision. You either have to sacrifice those urges and continue with your career and your marriage, business as usual, or you give in to them and hope you don't get caught. How many do you think really decide, I'm just going to stick with my career, my marriage, and how many are actually doing this and not getting caught doing it?
Oh, my God, the number's got to be ridiculous.
I would think it's more than 50%. I would assume it's more than 50% of these guys in politics, all these that walk around with their doting wives and their kids, and they parade them out during re-election and kiss them, and they're all huddled around, are just going out and spending money and getting banged.
Absolutely. Know who I blame? The wives. You gotta keep it sloppy. Yep. You got to keep it sloppy.
Keep it a little dirty.
You got to keep it a little dirty.
A little filth in there.
I think something happens in relationships where all of a sudden you forgot that used to like getting a little sloppy, a little dirty. I'm serious.
Yeah.
This Silda broad, you think she gets dirty and a little sloppy in the bedroom? I don't know.
Probably not.
But I would assume not. I assume she'd rather have a nice game of tennis.
Or maybe
with the other wives.
Maybe join the other wives, for some tea.
And going out shopping and doing, lunches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think the broads wreck it for themselves.
When she's dipping the tea bag in her water, she's thinking what she used to do.
Right.
And why he married her.
Right. I think every single one of us wants a little love and a little lust. That's the key to every relationship.
In that
I
order?
need to write a book.
The Madonna
Screw Patrice.
We want the Madonna and the whore together.
Yes. You want a little dirt and a little slobbery.
Yeah.
As soon as the slobbery goes away, guess what? Guys start looking around. They start going to the strip clubs a little more. They start, let me look at that website online. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that.
And they start getting urges.
Absolutely.
And looking and going, I'm a powerful guy, got some cash. I could go out there and maybe grab some of this stuff up.
I go on a lot of business trips. It's perfect.
Yeah. I'm in radio. Oh, damn. Hold it. Wait a minute. Jesus Christ. What did I just say?
Do you agree, Jimmy, or what?
I could not agree more. I mean, it's exactly what happens, I think, in most cases, is that, there's just guys that no matter what you do for them, they won't be happy. But I think in a lot of cases, maybe women start having kids, they take on a mother role. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
And, it's hard to be filthy.
We've been doing this radio show for a very long time, and every once in a while we go down this road, and the women will even call up and go, I'm too tired. I got a job too, and I got 3 kids. I just don't want to do that anymore. Well, that's fine, but guess what? The guy still wants to do that. and that's where the problem occurs.
There's also something to be said for the chicks this guy was getting at this at the Empress Club. Yeah, it's beyond anything that he's going to get from his wife. It's beyond anything he's going to get just maybe in a discreet relationship kind of rendezvous situation. He's going to these things. He has a certain taste, I guess, in women. And he found it. He found it in this Emperor's Club. The thing is, like I said before, you're the governor. You pretty much are gonna sacrifice, or at least really gamble, your entire life's career, everything you've done since school, and up till that point is used to attain the position you're at, and you're willing to throw that all away for that blonde you saw in the newspaper today.
Well,
yeah,
you're you're preaching to the choir.
I know it's just
there's not a guy alive that wouldn't roll the dice for this girl.
Dude, it's a statement on what guys, what their priorities are.
Right.
This guy isn't some anomaly that comes around once in a blue moon and you go, oh my God, how could he do this? Look at that girl on the cover of the paper. Look at his wife and kids that he goes home to. I'm sorry, but that's a whole nother friggin' league.
Silda's
a whole nother game.
But Silda's not a bad broad. I mean, she's
Silda
50.
is probably the perfect
50.
politician's wife. As far as the showpiece, he parades her out. There's a lot of kissing. There's the arm around as he's waving, as he's getting on his plane or his limo at the swearing in. She's right there smiling, and all the women are going, "Oh, does Silda look good?" But you know something? Look at the blonde on the paper.
Front page of the Post.
That's a whole different story.
And by the way, if you squint, you can see her face perfectly.
I know that pixelation or digitizing. If you just squint a little bit, you see right through it. I learned that with the cans.
The cans?
Growing up, not growing up. I mean, we didn't pixelate many things when I was growing up. That was just called interference on the cable. But if you squinted, you could kind of see stuff.
Yeah.
I love the way the paper point like this is this big deal. Sex.gov spent $80,000 on call girls, and then I'm like, that's a good year. And then you look back and it's like over 10 years, and they're calling him an addict.
10 years, and the fact that he was using like high profile or high cost call girls. Come on,
someone did some math.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you average that out. This is why he's a good kid, but
good kid.
You want to go back 10 years, $80,000? That averages $24 a day.
Wow, you could feed a family of 6 in Bolivia.
That's the big addiction. $24 a day.
$24 a day. But you know what? If he's
nothing,
but let's do the real math. I mean, they're assuming 10 years, but probably 15 to 20.
Oh, and there's a lot more than $80,000. There's a lot more.
Yeah, he's a billionaire, right? Or comes from a lot of money. I heard he's a billionaire. I don't know.
Yeah,
or close to that.
Family, anyway. His family.
Yeah.
Phenomenally.
I was on the east side of New York yesterday, and I was walking home, and I decided, where does this Elliot Spitzer guy live?
Pass by.
So I decided to pass by the media frenzy. They're all outside his apartment on the east side there.
Did everybody get quiet for a second so you could hear inside? I know. You were with a whore already. I know.
I don't think this guy cares that his whole freaking family's falling apart. I think
you don't think he cares?
Nope. I think this is going to free him up to just continue his lifestyle. I think it's just going to free him up. He's going to.
He's just going to.
I think he's going to be relieved. He doesn't have a career to worry about anymore. So he's gonna, it's going to be all about this.
His career's done. He knows it. Do you think that's going through his head? Like, do you think he's saying, my career's done. Mm-hmm. My politics, my family life, everything's done. I can get whores now whenever I want.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so I walked by the media frenzy. They're all outside Elliot Spitzer's place, all hoping that he's just going to leave, out the front door yesterday. Yeah. Like that was going to happen.
Yeah, they're waiting for him.
And I had a moment. I was standing there, and this young guy walks by with his friends, right? And he stops me. I mean, he confronts me or whatever, and he says, "Hey, is this where Elliot Spitzer lives?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "That explains why all the prostitutes are here."
Prostitutes?
The media, man. They're all prostitutes.
Yeah, they think we're just sick killer zombies.
I looked at the guy. I just went, "Ugh, shut up." Exactly. And then he walked off. He goes to his friends, "Come on, we're out of here."
Oh, God.
That explains why all the prostitutes are outside.
The prostitutes.
Man.
Shut up.
Look, I have no respect for the media in general, and I know we are sort of part of the media.
No.
But
So
but
far
that
away.
is such a hack line.
Yeah, we get
You're
it.
all zombie killers.
Trying to be all profound, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, we talked about Hillary yesterday. I didn't even realize how stupid I was. She didn't say anything about Spitzer because of her own dumb husband. She couldn't.
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together at that moment. Like, she couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
It's a bad place for her to be.
Yeah.
You would think, though, she could say something, but yeah, her husband, and of course, Monica Lewinsky, her just standing there pretty much, not knowing it.
Dude, Aunt and I were laughing so hard because the news is now doing the montage of all the politicians that have gotten in trouble.
Oh, God.
And all the evangelists and stuff. They have an awesome montage they're running here in New York. I'm sure they're running it on every TV station in America at this point. But when they got to
McGreevy, it was the best one because the way he said it, he's standing there. His wife is next to him. He's standing there at the podium, and he just goes, I had consensual adult sex with another man. There was this gap. This and it's like consensual adult sex or adult consensual sex,
right?
And everyone's just like, all right, let's see where this goes. Maybe we'll, all
right, well, yeah.
he'll apologize to his wife and family, and then when he goes another man, it's just like, what? What? And the wife is just there going, oh my God, I turned men to other men.
I think she was on TV last night.
Oh, she didn't stay too long with him.
Oh, no.
Because he got so femmy once he came out of the closet.
He went.
Did he go femme?
He went
One
into
in every toilet.
yeah. He went into mode immediately.
Because I guess he was trying to, keep up a good front when he's married. He's the governor. But then when he said he was a gay American, was he ever? Oh, did he fly out of the closet with a feather boa? He pranced out of it. He was dancing out of the closet.
Oh, yeah. Well, his wife was on TV last night talking about why women stand by their men when this type of thing goes
Why?
down. Yeah.
All right, take away all the legal questions. The big question today in the Elliot Spitzer sex scandal, why? Not why he did it, but why his wife would stand by his side. She was right there with him during that very public apology yesterday, same way my next guest was right there with her man as he came clean about a gay love affair. He, of course, being the governor of New Jersey at the time, Jim McGreevey, his estranged wife is with me right now, Dina Matos McGreevey. Was it deja vu for you, Dina?
Yes. I watched that report yesterday, and my heart ached for Mrs. Spitzer. It was like reliving my ordeal, 3.5 years ago.
That voice could turn you gay. I'm sorry.
Horrendous.
I'm sorry. I was ready to lunge for Jimmy just listening to that voice.
My heart goes out.
Could you do a good read today for Quick Stop? Quick check, please.
You imagine that awful goose voice trying to turn you on at night? Poor Jim. He just wanted to doze off and then wake up and go find another gentleman through a hole in the bathroom.
Thinking of sugar plums dancing on his face. and there it is. Jim, give it to me, Jim. No.
She continues.
Elliot Spitzer's wife stood out there with him. Time and again in these scandals, we see the spouse stand out there looking stoic, as you did.
Oh, look stoic?
With the candidate. Why?
Well, I can't speak for her, but for me, I loved him. I married him because I loved him, and this was all
something. And you said, "Go to hell! You've humiliated me.
No.
You've humiliated our daughter."
No, because I was in a state of shock. It was only a couple of days after the resignation speech.
She felt sorry for him.
Yes.
Do you
Initially,
think
I felt sorry for him.
Mrs. Spitzer felt sorry for her husband, even though it looks like he might have had 5 years or better of dealing with this prostitution?
She probably did, and they're married over 20 years. They have 3 daughters together, and if your feelings for someone don't evaporate overnight.
Oh, but a week or two, they sure do.
Yeah, there was a lot of evaporation. I think the situation's different, too, aside from the infidelity.
Right.
I think she can probably feel more sorry for McGreevy because he's just was this confused, trying to hide his sexuality like that. Yeah. And having to go out there and come out of the closet at the same time he's giving a press conference on a scandal and everything. Whereas Spitzer, it's pretty much just, hey, I like getting some of this, and you ain't it.
I like to get some of this young 20-year-old ass.
Yeah.
Who's feeling sorry for Spitzer?
And you ain't it.
All I have to do is look at the front page of the New York Post.
Jesus. That's just ridiculous.
I think even half the women out there aren't feeling sorry for him. He got that.
You shouldn't have to resign if they're showing that picture.
No, with that picture, it's like at least the guy, the money went to a good cause.
He got that looking like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing right there. I don't even care about the money thing. What he should do is kick his wife, Silda, out of that dumb apartment.
Silda?
And move this Sienna chick in and business as usual. For the state of New York.
There you go. This should be the new first lady of New York.
Right.
Nice. Just a dumb blonde airhead walking around with him.
Just smelling good all the time. Hugging all the politicians, and now they got sparkles on.
He's got to
all over them.
He's got to run around the big fancy cotillions looking for her. She's all drunk like Fredo's wife. You want me to take care of this, Elliot? Yeah.
Because
please.
The rumor is he's going to resign today, but man, could you imagine he just goes to a press conference with one of these?
That's it. Look, and just he lays it out. Look, this is what I got for my money.
You understand, right?
Who's arguing? Guys, please. Any of you guys that don't appreciate where my money went, you stand up. All right, McGreevy, sit down.
He squeezes her face like a horse. Look at this mouth. He starts feeling her gums in her teeth.
And then they got the approval rating on TV, and there's 30%. 30% of New Yorkers think he's doing a good job.
They were talking that his approval rating was down to 30%. That's 30% of people going, I kind of like what he's doing.
I kind of understand.
I don't mind. And then there was 70% of the people that said he should resign. So that 30, again, is going, nah, leave him in.
Leave him in. I want to see what he does next.
Leave him in.
Keeps it interesting, right?
70% think he should. That's a little harsh. They should, I could see 50%, but there's really that many guys that think he should retire.
That is...
I don't think it's harsh. I think it should be a lot higher. I mean, the fact that 30% think he shouldn't resign is pretty interesting.
It's.
I want to know how many of those are women out of the 30%.
I'll bet you they asked 100 people, 70 women and 30 men.
Right.
there it is, Jimmy. All right, we got to take a break, but this is going to be a great show today, that's for sure. We got your latest Elliot Spitzer bullet points here. We also have a big FU going out to Meatloaf and the Manatees.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We'll get into both of those things after the break.
The Manatee. Not much of a difference between Meatloaf and those two fatties. Yuck.
Getting crap wrong once again up there in Boston. I want to say hi to everyone listening to us on WBCN, the home of the River Rave, the home of Toucher and Rich.
Mm-hmm.
But first, we got a little something. Opie and Anthony.
Re-elect Governor Elliot Spitzer. As governor, he proposed a bill that would legalize same-sex marriage in New York. As a client of the Emperor's Club, he enjoyed the services of a petite brunette escort named Kristen, who may or may not have electrocuted his with a car battery. Re-elect client number 9 for governor. Paid for by the Opie and Anthony Show.
Thank you so much. You folks are in a great mood, and I know why, because it's a beautiful day in New York City. Isn't it lovely outside? Beautiful blue skies, sunny, very, very sunny. It's so sunny and bright outside that earlier today, Elliot Spitzer came out of a brothel squinting. That's right. Well, I guess everybody knows about this by now. New York Governor Elliot Spitzer caught with a high-priced call girl. Ladies and gentlemen, there, but for a declined MasterCard, go I.
Hey, good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. This is the only thing people are talking about. It is just amazing.
Sorry. What a funny line Letterman had at the declined MasterCard.
Yeah. Phone number 877-212-O&A. Big FU going out to Meatloaf today. He blew us off.
He blew us off. Yeah, but it was going between two PR firms, and Roland was dealing with them, and they said it was confirmed. And then they're like, no, we didn't say it was confirmed. Meanwhile, we've had it down for today at 8 o'clock, and Roland said they absolutely confirmed it. And we had advanced copies of his movie.
Yeah.
So why do you give out advanced copies? I don't know these people. I'll tell you who the people are. One of them is from Murphy PR, John Murphy from Murphy PR. I don't know if he's right or wrong. And there's a Marley Wilson from Vroom PR. Maybe people have dealt with them and they know. I don't know. I have no idea. If any of you know either one of these guys and know if they're legit, maybe they are.
We're just sick of being lied to.
Tired of it.
It's just amazing.
And
people love lying to this program.
Oh, yeah.
The bottom line is, and then the answer is, well, he's not doing any press today.
Oh,
so today
really?
was never an okay thing.
But he was doing press. They asked us if we want Meatloaf. So what happened between us saying, yes, we want Meatloaf, and today where he's not coming on the show?
He probably... see, the thing is, originally I didn't fault him. I'm like, you know what? It happens. The artist doesn't always get the message. But now, I know the managers and stuff know that we have been promoting this and all that stuff, and they're still douching us, and he's not coming on. So that's why I feel comfortable attacking him as well, because he could have come on, and he just doesn't want to. He wants to probably stay in bed, and instead of coming on and promoting his completely average documentary.
Well, screw him.
This is not exactly Katrina you're covering.
Why is his documentary average? That's wonderful, because I didn't even bother watching.
Why would you? I don't know, because it's about a man in his late 50s.
Yeah.
This is the whole thing. It's about him on tour, and 2007. Because we've all wanted to know, what is Meatloaf like on tour? And it's about him because he does Paradise by the Dashboard Lights, and he acts it out. He acts it out on stage with a much younger dancer, a singer, she's a very good singer, in fairness to her. Her name is Aspen. And
how much money did that cost him?
Believe me, it had to be a lot.
$80,000 over the course of 10 years, I believe.
The critics brutalized him and how awful it looked, and she looked like a little kid, and he just looked gross. It's so funny just to watch this fat idiot falling apart at the seams, trying to act like the critic reviews don't bother him, and then he's like, the big mystery is, what's he going to do? Is he going to fix it? How is he going to fix it? Because he has 8 shows before they film the DVD.
Oh, no. Now what does he do? Eat?
I'll tell you what he does. Save yourself the money. He decides to put on the wig like the old days, and then make it like it's a retro.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Yeah. So that's what this guy does. He puts on a wig, and the whole Meatloaf band has to go out there in Halloween costumes and pretend it's the 70s. And so he's kind of like reenacting the video. You remember the famous video of him in the tuxedo?
Oh, of course. Who could forget?
Yeah, it was just a moment. And they reenact that. And then there's one point, because they can't do the kissing, it's just too disgusting.
Yeah.
Where he has to just put his arm around her, and they both have to stand there and look at the screen. It's horrendous.
Oh, wow.
That's what your idea of compromising and making this palatable to critics is?
Maybe that's why he's not coming on the show today, because the reviews are just getting really bad, and he's embarrassed.
Well, that was the live show. I don't even know what the reviews of the documentary are. But he was a real dick to the guys who were filming him. It was really, I had a bunch of questions for him. I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
Questions.
I see a whole list of questions for Meatloaf, Jimmy.
Yes.
What's on that sheet?
Well, I may have allowed it to annoy me a little bit, so forgive me.
Okay.
But I felt, why can't I ask my Meatloaf questions?
Yeah.
I had 10 questions I was going to ask Meatloaf, but I amended them slightly with my mood altered.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The original one question was it uncomfortable being filmed? You seem to have a terse relationship with the camera crew. I decided I'd change that a little bit. Why were you such an incredible douche to the poor slob who drew the short straw and got stuck filming you? That might have been my bitterness creeping in. I don't know. Yeah. The next question was, I was amazed at how hands-on you were with the stage production. Has experience taught you that the only way to get things done is to pay close attention to every detail?
Well, very nice. That's a good question.
Yeah. I kind of amended it, though. What bothers you more? The fact that you're a monumentally charmless control freak, or the fact that all your attention and focus adds up to mediocrity? And this is the thing, 'cause this is kind of charming. He goes on stage with a jersey of the local sports team every time he goes. In every city you play in, I noticed you wore the jersey of the local team. You a big sports fan? That was the question he was going to get. And 3A would be, have you always resorted to such groveling, wormy tactics to win over an audience, or just since you lost your voice?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
What a dick. I love it.
It's just the original questions.
Jimmy calls me yesterday as I'm outside. We're a weird show, man. I'm outside Elliot Spitzer's apartment, part of the media frenzy, just taking it all in. My phone's ringing, and it's Jimmy. I'm like, hey, Jimmy, what's up? He's like, we have to just beat the hell out of Meatloaf tomorrow on our show. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. No, you don't understand. I'm writing questions. I'm ready for this one.
I was so irritated.
It got 1 star, by the way, this In Search of Paradise.
Good. That was generous. Was it? And there's one scene where Meatloaf is looking, because what he does is he's very ritualistic, as a lot of artists are.
Sure.
And he goes over the night before's performance, like on the CD, and he listens to it, and I guess that tells him what he did right and wrong. You know, it's a whole thing with this.
Wow.
artist. But apparently in the hotels, one of the maids accidentally threw out the CDs. Oh, God.
Oh, well.
Talk about the tension building. So I wanted to say, in one of the hotels, the maids were cleaning your room and threw out a recording of the previous night's concert.
Wow.
Were you able to recover that CD at all? Because I'd like to know.
A little mystery, nice.
A little mystery.
Yeah.
I again, maybe bitterness crept in. 4A. Did it ever occur to you that the maid who threw out the CD did so after listening to it for 5 minutes? Now, this is the problem with the concert, is that the acting out of Paradise by the Dashboard Lights, the critics were killing him for it. So I said, many critics felt like the acting out of Paradise by the Dashboard Lights was inappropriate due to the age difference between you and the girl. Did you get any sense of that from the audience? Which I think is a legit question.
Course, sure.
5A. Your acted out rendition of Paradise by the Dashboard Lights was the most embarrassing, campy piece of garbage I've ever seen. Not to mention, you look like a bloated suburban dad trying to recapture his youth while making one of his daughter's friends uncomfortable. The critics justifiably crucified you for this. Comment?
Comment?
Jimmy, you guys do more writing for the Opie and Anthony show. This is wonderful.
Well, and this is one I've always been curious about, number 7.
Right.
Now, I've heard that you got your name because your father called you meat as a derogatory reference to your weight, and years later, one of your coaches called you loaf. Now, is that true, or have I been spending a little too much time around the rumor mill?
Like a joke question, kind of.
I felt like shortening that in my pithy mood. Is it true that people call you Meatloaf because you've only written 3 good songs since 1974?
I love
I felt that was just a little easier.
Yeah.
Just a couple more. There's a montage of you complaining about all your... Meatloaf, this is kind of charming. He's got like a lot of ailments and things that drive him, bad.
Yeah.
Sure. And there's a montage of him complaining. So I wanted to ask him, there's a montage of you complaining about all your ailments. Have you always been a bit of a hypochondriac? I'm hoping that wouldn't be a bit much for him. And then I amended that to, I always knew you were fat, but I never realized you were such a whiny jerk-off. Does that tend to annoy everyone around you and cause them to hate your guts? And 2 more for the meat. I don't want to give it away, but to silence the critics, you came up with a pretty ingenious way to perform Paradise by the Dashboard Lights that would be comfortable for the critics and yet enjoyable for your audience. Did you find yourself getting more favorable reviews after that?
Nice, yeah, sure.
9A. Since you apparently have the artistic integrity of a child pornographer, you allowed a few bad reviews to force you to change your douchey presentation of a song we're all tired of anyway. So you made the band dress in 1970s clothes while you humiliated yourself by putting on a girl's wig and a tuxedo so you'd look less like a pederast and more like you were paying tribute to a 30-year-old music video. Did this blind the critics to the awfulness of you acting out this song and garner you good reviews? or do they continue bashing you for not only being campy, but for being a sellout whore as well? That was a little wordy,
but effective.
Yeah, but we get the point.
And the last one.
All right.
Number 10, a real sexy part of your stage show is when you get to kiss the lovely Aspen Miller. She's the girl.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Va va voom. Despite the age difference, any sparks flying between you two?
Oh, okay.
And how many times did Aspen Miller threaten to walk off the tour unless you doubled her salary? And after one of your big kissing scenes, did you ever notice her backstage crying and scrubbing her mouth out with a toilet brush? Just a few questions I'd like to ask the meat.
I wish he would have
look at the picture.
Shown up.
Yeah, look at the picture of him.
Oh my God!
In his dad jersey.
Look, Dad going to the high school football game to root on his son, and Dad is flirting with the cheerleader.
Just with that.
The underage cheerleader.
With that stupid. He looks like every radio sports guy.
Yeah. And he's got to stand there and sing, and we were barely 17, and we were barely dressed.
Yeah.
And she looks 17.
Well, she's barely 17, and he's barely holding on to the 50s.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's like 57 years old.
Is he 57? Hey, we got to get that picture up on onaradio.com because it is downright creepy. Hey, John from Virginia writes, guys, try to find the audio Meatloaf performing I'll Do Anything for Love on the Today Show. It's horrendous. And then Stephen S. from Bayshore, what happened between the booking of Meatloaf? Hold on, I lost him. What happened between booking Meatloaf and today? 3 words. Baby, diaper, mustache.
Really?
Nah, I think that he just probably wants to stay in bed and doesn't want to get up. And his managers, instead, I'm sure that they know about what's happening and the fact that he was promoted all day or for a week and he's still douching us.
Yeah.
And again, it's the PR firm. I gave you the names. Maybe some of you know those people. I don't know what happened.
Right.
But if any of you have dealt with them, maybe you could ask them what's going on. I have no idea.
That is the creepiest picture.
Yeah, we'll get this up.
It looks like Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
It's like a big fat Tom Arnold just singing with a girl who needs a gig. She's really attractive, but watching them, like their little groping, it's like he's using it as an excuse, it looks like, just to kind of put his hands on a younger woman so his wife doesn't smash him in the face. It's really uncomfortable.
Who's singing backup for them? Chris Hansen? Should be.
It is really creepy, and one star is a gift.
Very good, Jimmy. We were ready for the Meatloaf interview today, too. We had all sorts of production we did, and we're actually like working on this radio show again.
Are we?
It's quite terrific, yeah.
We should, because we do go into the production studio.
Yeah.
And we promote the guests.
Yes.
That are going to show up, and a lot of times they haven't shown up.
Yeah.
So we should just start promoting huge stars.
Sure.
That won't show up.
That's a very good idea.
I mean, why not? Hey, catch the Opie and Anthony show tomorrow when we have whoever.
I'm hearing tomorrow we got Barack Obama. All you have to do is say, I'm hearing.
I'm hearing. Yeah. Word is...
Word on the street.
Yeah. Ugh!
Oh, my God. They're kissing, Jimmy.
This is so bad. Look at the size of his head compared to her.
It looks like a wildebeest kissing a hot chick. It's uncomfortable.
It is.
Why is Tim Sabian kissing that young girl?
Oh, no.
A little inside, but a few people out there are laughing.
It's uncomfortable. If he had if he was an artist, he would have made, because it is extraordinarily campy.
Yeah.
And you can't watch it without going, ugh. He would have had like a big monster chasing him around and made it funny instead of vainly attempting to capture some sex appeal or some kind of
30
relevance.
years ago.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And for Meatloaf, talking about this scene that we're grossed out by, we did a little something with it for our big Meatloaf interview today.
Here he comes. Squeeze play is going to be close. Here's the throw. Here's the play at the plate. Holy cow, I think he's going to make it.
Stop right there. I gotta know right now. Before we go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away and will you make me your wife? Do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away and will you make me your wife? I gotta know right now. Before we go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever?
Let me sleep on it. Baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it, and I'll give you my answer in the morning. Let me sleep on it, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it, I'll give you my answer in the morning. Let me sleep on it, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it, I'll give you my answer in the morning.
That's actually sexier and less creepy than what he did in the movie.
Yeah.
Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away and will you make me your wife? I gotta know right now, before we go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever? What's it gonna be, boy? Come on! I can wait all night. What's it gonna be, boy? Yes or no? What's it gonna be, boy? Yes or no?
Let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. Answer in the morning.
I gotta know right now, do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away and will you make me your wife? I gotta know right now, before we go any further, do you love me and will you love me forever?
Goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen.
Forever.
Sleep on it.
Will you love me forever?
I couldn't take it any longer. Lord, I was crazed, and then the feeling came upon me like a tidal wave. I started swearing to my God and on my mother's grave that I would love you till the end of time. I swore that I would love you till the end of time. So now I'm praying for the end of time.
No sense
hurry up and arrive.
Music.
Cause if I gotta spend another minute with you, I don't think I can really survive. I'll never break my promise or forget my vows, but God only knows I can do it right now. Praying in the end of time, all I can do. Praying for the end of time, I can end my time with you. Going far
It never
away.
felt so good, it never felt so right, and we're all glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. It never felt so good, it never felt so right, and we're all glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. It never felt so good, it never felt so right, and we're all glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. It never felt so good, it never felt so right, and we're all glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife.
So much better than it was today.
All right, let me do it again.
Again? What? Did he think he was going to get a better take?
I don't know. I love the enthusiasm of Closer to Kramer. He jumps right into his role. Steve, though.
Flowing like the metal on the edge of a knife.
We had him do another one. This one's a lot shorter, but you know that Wolf thing? That Meatloaf, I forgot the name of the song, but I guess he was trying to get another Paradise by the Dashboard Lights
took
thing.
the words right out of my mouth.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had the boys do the beginning of that. This is a lot shorter.
On a hot summer night, would you offer your throat to the wolf with the red roses?
Will he offer me his mouth?
Yes.
Will he offer me his teeth?
Yes.
Will he offer me his jaw?
Yes.
Will he offer me his hunger?
Yes.
Again, will he offer me his hunger?
Yes.
And does he love me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. On a hot summer night, would you offer your throat to the wolf with the red roses?
Yes.
I bet you say that to all the boys.
That's all you do.
God.
How awful is that?
Yeah, it bugs me. It's like we're just a business filled with liars. Like no one just tells you straight up.
Oh, yeah. Liars.
The publicists are the worst. The PR people, the worst.
Yeah.
They can't be up because what they are a lot of times they're kind of they're fringe players in the sense that they're not talent.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to be a part of it somehow. So they just kind of leech and bloodsuck from the out.
And they want the power, I think, that the actual celebrity has.
Oh.
They want some kind of power in dictating what they do, who they talk to. So then they just, lie. Bunch of liars.
It really is irritating. It
Absolutely.
really is irritating.
All right, we're going to move on to the next liar after the break.
Oh, more
was that?
fat people to attack?
The manatees from the Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid manatees. We'll get into that whole thing after the break. You're checking out Opie and Anthony.
Elliot Spitzer, tough on crime, tougher on the coochie.
Sir, now listen to this. Spitzer was told about the evidence against him on Friday, last Friday. And how about that? I'm thinking, wow, somebody had a worse weekend than I did. Friday, for the love of God. But he went through this call girl thing where you get the call girls, and he was known, a regular customer. He was known as Client 9. Client 9. And it looks now like Client 9 will soon be looking for wife number 2. That's what it is. But, you know, I'm a half-full kind of guy. I always try to put a positive spin on stuff. And sure, it's a horrible story. On the other hand, you look at it this way. He was supporting New York's #1 industry. So that's good. You always have to...
Letterman doing a great job with this Elliot Spitzer thing. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey.
Phone number 877-212-ONA. The phone's just lit once again. This is pretty much the only thing people are talking about. This and how much of a douche Meatloaf is.
Yeah. Don't miss that riveting documentary. What's going to happen when he shoots the DVD and 8 shows? Well, oh, boy, the tension. You can handle tension. I recommend that. But
if you can't.
Oh, if you have a weak heart, stay home.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Rich Voss in studio today.
What's going on?
How are you, Rich?
Pretty good.
I haven't seen you since the great diaper caper.
I saw that they posted it online on different places, and I couldn't look at it because I respect you too much, and it's just, just I don't know.
Isn't it just creepy?
You know what? And I got home that night, and Bonnie goes. I told her the story. She was like, she goes, change the baby's diaper. I go, no. She goes, oh, you get all the fun with the crap stuff, not me. You know what I mean? I can't even speak.
That was a very good, coherent story.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just, I got to
This is a
national
radio show.
Oh, all of a sudden it's the first time I screwed up?
No, you're screwing up a little more than usual. You all right?
What happened was I get
Take
all the
two.
glory when it comes to crap, she said. Whatever.
You made a career out of it. By the way, this is how dumb Voss is. We both hosted for Comedy Central a show called Live at Gotham. I did one night, Richard did another night.
Yeah.
A bunch of comics did it. And they have a teleprompter. And the words were a little... And Voss was worried about reading the teleprompter. Do you think I forgot this?
Oh, no.
And he says to me... because he was worried about pronouncing words. He goes, do they at least have it in hieroglyphics?
No, he didn't.
He did? And I'm like, what did you just say? And he goes, hieroglyphics. And then what else did you say? There was one more word you used. I forget the word you used, but of course it was wrong. Phonetically. He wanted to...
Of course he wanted to say phonetically.
The names,
hieroglyphics.
Poor Rich.
Oh.
You just Egyptian symbols going by on a teleprompter.
Sometimes you're not thinking.
Sometimes.
I'm surprised when you eat, you don't just put food in your ear. That's how monumentally stupid that was.
You were like a hero on Friday, and you're back to being...
No, come on, I've only been in for 30 seconds. I was up all night watching that. You know what?
How about you go to bed early if you're going to have an appearance on the Opie and Anthony show?
We started watching this dumb movie. Sean Penn owes me 2 hours for this horrible...
What
Into
movie?
the Wild.
Into the Wild.
Oh, right. Okay.
So here's the thing.
Completely disagree. Loved Into the Wild. Yep.
It wasn't that bad. I mean,
what do you need? What do you need? A lot of words? It was cool to just kind of hang and watch this whole thing kind of developing and watching this guy like trying to find himself and walking around the wilderness and trying to survive.
Oh, I guess because he rolled around in his own crap, you related to him. Come on, that wasn't that bad,
that
stupid.
Baby Diaper Mustache is doing quite well on YouTube, by the way.
It was the funniest thing.
And Rich set me up nice with E-Rock, bringing in that diaper, and I did a little mustache with, God, now now you got something on me.
No, I'm ready to go.
I'm in
a good mood.
I can't wait to see your daughter when she understands stuff and starts speaking, where you can point at me and go, he wore your...
As a mustache.
As a mustache, thank you, yes. So, Wow, I thought we were going to do a few more minutes on baby diaper mustache, but you have nothing today.
I do. Like, I don't just come out from the gate. Sometimes I come out strong. Sometimes I build. I was at the doctor yesterday, so I got a lot on my mind again. I got to put a telescope through my a what?
Oh no, they got a snake.
Front or back?
What's that?
Front or back?
The front.
What are they looking for? Kidneys or?
Huh?
What are they looking at?
Just no, the bladder this time. The kidneys are. We already talked about that. I've been through so many. They send you from one to another. It's like a nightmare. From digestive system to kidney to.
That's so everybody gets a piece of the insurance pie.
I'm sure. I think that it's unbelievable.
It's a big scam.
Is it?
Yeah, because all the doctors recommend you to other doctors, I guess, and then they, so they all get a little cut of the insurance. That's why you pay ridiculous insurance premiums.
It's crazy.
Fix that part of it, Obama. Or stupid Hillary, if you want to be president. How about fixing that part of health care and health insurance instead of just trying to tax everyone that might be making a living and paying health care for people that can't afford it? How about you just make it affordable to everybody by fixing that mess? It's a big scam between the doctors and the insurance companies and the pharmacies, the pharmaceutical companies. There you go. Thank you.
All right, back to Elliot Spitzer. This thing is getting terrific.
Sex with Elliot Spitzer.
Yeah, I guess he's going to resign today?
Well, maybe not today. He's supposed to, but they were saying that yesterday also. He's apparently using this resigning thing as a defense against criminal prosecution for money laundering. They want him on money laundering charges because he's been taking this money and kind of running it through a little wash, so people are a little thrown off as to where it ended up, which is in hookers' brassieres.
Right. So he's going to use it as a bargaining chip. So he doesn't do jail time.
So he's going to plea.
But how can you use resigning as a bargaining chip at this point? Because it's so obvious he has to step down.
You have to do it anyway,
and he should have stepped down already.
Yeah.
Supposedly one of the news organizations are saying he wanted to resign last night at Monday night at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
But his lawyers got involved and said, no, we could use this for good.
It would be like you're at your job. You're caught stealing from your job. And they call the police, and you go, look, okay, here's the deal. I'll leave the job if you don't arrest me. It's like, no, look, we're firing you, idiot. You're out. You stole.
You are leaving
You're
the
out.
job. As soon as you hit the sidewalk, they're going to cuff you.
They're going to arrest you. That's pretty much it.
There's no bargaining here.
Yeah, you can't bargain with something that you don't have to bargain with. He's bargaining, using his job to bargain, and his job is over. He's done.
You know what? They send the track star abroad for steroids to prison, but this is 10 times worse. And
is it?
Don't you? Than steroids? I mean, what's the big deal? Some track star, whatever her name is.
If he was using taxpayer dollars, I think that would be bad.
What I'm saying is,
Joyner Kersey or whatever.
Yeah, they send her to prison for a year for just taking steroids.
No, for lying. Anything under
under
oath. And he's got money laundering, fraud, interstate prostitution. I mean, it's a lot worse.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what's going on with the Detroit mayor's got a sex scandal, too? I mean, there's another big politician.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard the Detroit mayor used the N-word, too. And I thought they buried the N-word in Detroit.
They did. They made a whole big to-do about it.
Yeah, what's the sex scandal?
Let's find out about the Detroit mayor, too.
Yeah, let's get that going on, too. Here's the headlines for Spitzer, just to get everyone up to date. Spitzer has been using hookers for at least 10 years. Traveled as far as Florida to meet up with girls. May have had 7 previous dates with this girl, Kristen.
Well, she must have been a good egg.
May have spent up to $80,000 on prostitutes. That number's got to be a lot higher.
That's because that's really nothing.
That's got to be a
over
lot
10
higher.
years. It's nothing.
Higher. Yeah.
22-year-old girl says Spitzer paid her for sex 2 years ago, and he was a big tipper. And that girl's on the front page of the Post today.
Yeah, that's the Post girl, the front page of the Post. She should be on that page where they put the hot girl.
Right.
Look at
that girl.
Look at that, Rich. That's what he was paying for.
Exactly.
Wow. Some stuff.
That's what we got to do today, Ant. Every guy that comes into the studio, just show that picture to them.
Show the picture. I'm going to leave it.
And get the natural reaction. And then you got, even with the deal, he could still face many charges that carry jail time, including some of the ones we discussed: tax evasion, money laundering, and bringing a prostitute across state lines. So he's in a bit of trouble.
prostitutes across state lines is a bad thing, huh? That's a Mann Act, I guess they call it. That's a Mann Act. Driving through people's backyards.
Taking Amtrak local stops. But he didn't bring her, though. He didn't bring her. They said, I bet you they won't get him on that. Because what if she was already there in D.C.? They'll never get him.
She took a train.
Unless you got him on wiretap.
And Joe knows why she took a train. Joe in New York, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
One quick question first. I always hear you guys talk about Huntington. You guys ever go to the Lions cage way back when?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Wait, where's the Lions cage again? That's a name I haven't thought of.
110 across from Burger King.
God,
New York Avenue.
We're going so local. Yeah. Oh, yes, of course.
Strip club.
Oh, great place.
Now it's like a workout place or something. All right, that's way too local. But
I think it's become a gay bar or some shit since then.
Well, thanks for the cursing.
Or some stuff.
Thanks for the cursing. Thanks for going so local that probably 99.9% of our audience decided to go somewhere else for a few minutes.
Well, we'll get them
What do you got, Joe?
Well, Joe said we'll get him right back.
The reason she went on a train and not the plane, and this is from somebody who supposedly knows, is she couldn't get through a metal detector taking the plane because she had she had a bunch of dog collars, chains, handcuffs, all that stuff.
Just hang up on this. This just
you out of your mind.
Look, man.
First of all, he's a bad caller. He doesn't understand the rules. Secondly, what is he talking about? She's got dog collars on her and stuff.
Yeah, and here's
to get through the metal detector.
What?
She wearing them?
Why couldn't I follow him? I wish that call came right before me.
What a joke.
Also, if you're going to go local, you got to make it so interesting because most people will just turn off the radio. You can't say, remember the Lion's Den? And you go, yeah, and now you're expecting some cool story. And he goes, yeah, that place was awesome.
Yeah, that rocked. Did it? Great.
Well, the thing is, it's like that's one of those. That's already an urban. Even if he did have whips, she could just put it in her luggage.
Right.
You don't carry him on and throw him at the cockpit as the plane's taking off. And you can just put him in your luggage. She didn't take the plane to D.C. because with airport traffic and delays, she could have been late. This is a big gig. A train is fast and direct, and it's 3 hours, 3.5 hours. You know you're there.
Plus,
why send it to the airport?
Plus, it's easier to hide if you're taking a train.
Much easier.
And she feels more comfortable doing a train.
Yeah, you don't have a big paper trail with a train as much as you do.
And that's probably the real reason why she took the train.
Yeah.
You know, it would be so easy to get all sorts of info about this girl if she took a flight to Washington.
But we've gone to D.C., we never take a plane. We always take the train.
Right.
It's the same
easy.
length.
Yeah.
It's easy. Let's say hi to Robin in Detroit. He might know about the mayor story in Detroit. What's up, Robin?
Hi, guys.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah, our mayor had two guys in the police force investigating him for some different things, and he had them fired. And so when the policeman brought a wrongful termination suit against him, went to court, they had his text messages from the phone company. He was having an affair with his little assistant, and they lied about that on the stand. They lied that they all got together to get these guys fired, cost the city $9 million.
Wow. So,
So was the mayor actually having some kind of affair?
Oh, yeah, they have the text messages about meet me in this room, blah, 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 do this, do that. They had it all on the text messages.
wait, now why'd they subpoena the text messages? Was it about proving these cops were fired wrongly?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And they just happen to find that.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
That's good. You douche two cops, and then your life gets wrecked. Good,
Yeah.
stupid. That's what you get.
He's a dirty birdie.
There you go. Thank you. Let's
Another
go to
dirty birdie.
Dan in New York. Dan, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, he definitely can use that resignation thing to his advantage if he says he's a sex addict and he couldn't control himself. I was fired I was caught stealing at a job years ago, and I used that saying I was addicted to drugs. And they, instead of legally helping me, they had to let me resign and no charges.
I wonder, you know what, I thought of that too. The sex addict angle.
Which is going to come out.
Is it possible if he gives, because again, these were adult prostitute women. There's nothing that he was doing that people can't comprehend. It wasn't like it wasn't kids. It was.
Yeah.
Is there a way for him? I mean, maybe there's not, but to admit, look, I screwed up. I was sick. I love my. Is there a way for him to survive?
No, because
survive what part of this?
They'll just
his
pile
marriage?
on.
As governor.
Oh, no way.
They'll just pile on with the money laundering stuff, this being secretive about it.
You can't have a mayor a mayor, a governor that's seeing prostitutes.
He was prosecuting. As he's prosecuting prostitutes.
Yeah, that came out today. As he's prosecuting prostitution rings, he's seeing
prostitutes,
high class call girls.
Do you think when he's in prison, like when the other cellmates go meet him, he get dressed up because they're going to the governor's cell that night?
He's not going to jail.
No, he's not going to do
His life's ruined, though. This is pretty interesting. Listen to this.
One of our sources who's been spending time up in the 8th floor apartment here says it's been largely silent. Not much conversation at all between the governor and his wife, and in fact, between the governor and his daughters even. Instead, he's been spending a lot of time in an office up in the apartment suite, talking extensively with his closest advisors, some of whom have said he will resign as early as this morning.
Talking to his closest advisors on Craigslist.
And this is...
He's in his office by himself. Would you leave this guy alone at this point if you were his wife?
But these are people that are up there. Where'd they get that information from?
You could just say whatever you want.
Are they listening through walls?
Exactly. You could say whatever you want because Elliot Spitzer's not going to come out and go, hey, that's absolutely false what you just reported.
Hey, you're a liar.
We all have an inner circle, right? Can you imagine your inner circle? They're with you in a time of need, and then they're running downstairs to tell the reporters. That's such a crock of crap.
They could be listening through the walls with like stethoscopes,
or looking from across the window.
Yeah,
using
one of those laser things on the window so they could listen to what's going on inside.
Or they get a lip reader,
or a lip reader,
or it's the delivery guy. He comes by with some Chinese food. And Elliot Spitzer opens the door, and all of a sudden it's all quiet.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to, air their dirty laundry in front of the delivery guy. And then as soon as they pay for the food and that door closes, it's back to
it was really quiet. No, I think he is in a living hell, being in there with his wife and 3 daughters. Where could he go? He can't even go to he's got to sit in his office. Can you imagine just kind of going to the fridge? Oh, you won't find a whore in there. I'm just trying to eat. Oh, eat what? How much is that going to cost you? You have to tip more for that? Can I just get something to drink?
I would just pack my bag and just walk out the front door.
Everything he does is just being scrutinized.
I would hail a cab and I would never be seen again and just let someone else clean up the mess. Never resign, nothing. Where enough time goes by and they have to declare that he's not governor anymore. Like, well, I guess he's just not the governor anymore. We have to get someone else in there.
She's online just ordering stuff. Yeah, Elliot, no, I'm just ordering a few things. About $80,000 worth. I figure it's owed. Oh, could you just leave? Right. I screwed up.
Let's say hi to Daryl in Michigan. Where are you, Daryl?
Lansing.
All right. What do you got?
Hey, regarding him prosecuting prostitution rings and then going to see prostitutes.
Yeah.
Average Joe says, that's the pot calling the kettle black.
That's regular Joe, not average Joe, sir.
Regular Joe.
You're wrecking Jim Norton's new character, Average
regular Joe.
It's regular Joe.
You're calling him Average Joe, yeah.
I don't. What do I know? I'm just. I'm a working stiff.
Yeah, there he is. He's just regular Joe.
I don't know nothing. Let the big muckety mucks. Let them work it out.
They'll sort it out.
6 to 1, half a dozen the other.
There you go.
Hey, who am I to say?
Yeah. What do I know?
New details show a long-standing pattern of prostitution use by Elliot Spitzer that could have long-term and dangerous consequences. A number of investigators close to the case say Spitzer was a repeat client, spending some $80,000 on escorts from that service alone. And other law enforcement sources say Spitzer has been using prostitutes for as long as 10 years, including while he was New York Attorney General.
Just bad.
The other day when this came out unconfirmed on the internet before it hit the news, you could just see it build within like 3 hours. It just exploded. Did you see the headline on the internet where it said they're investigating Governor Spitzer, and then within 3 hours, every news station was outside his house.
Well, that's how things work.
Rich, Not on this scale, but we kind of know how that works.
Oh.
It's not fun at all. Hey, maybe this story will die.
Yeah, that's what I thought, maybe.
Oh, right. It's not going to die. It's going to blow up.
What website did you see it on?
MSN on the front page.
Yeah, that's not a news website.
What is it?
Microsoft Network.
Yeah, it's the news. MSN.
Is it?
No, you said it started on the internet, and then the news picked it up.
Oh.
Oh.
MSN is kind of a big place to go to find out what's going on in the world.
I thought it was going to blow over. I'm not going to lie.
I thought it'd be some weird website that had nothing to do with the news, but
going to blow over.
MSN, look, we're on the front page at MSN. I got to tell you, it's nothing but news stories, Rich.
Let me tell you something. 10 years ago, he was 39 years old. You're telling me I'm 39 now. I'm 20 years into hookers. You don't start getting hookers when you're 39.
At 39,
No.
right? You know, you got a point there.
I'm
The
a man,
guy's
though.
probably, and you know, I don't know, but I would assume based on what Jimmy just said, guy may have been having prostitutes for quite a while.
Oh yeah, long time. Let's go to Jared in Boston, listening on BCN. River Rave coming to BCN very soon. We'll have more details, I'm sure. Yes, Jared.
Hello. Some of you guys I don't think you've covered is that there's no way he can survive. The New York legislature is threatening impeachment.
Yep.
Not only are they threatening impeachment, they will start those procedures if he doesn't resign immediately. They're really pissed that he hasn't resigned yet. In private, the Democrats want him to resign as well, but they can't be on TV like,
Yeah, hey, get rid of this guy or we'll impeach him.
But everyone wants him gone.
You know why they say no business is being done?
I do.
Thank you,
The
sir.
taxpayers are paying, and nothing's getting done right now because it's just in limbo until he leaves and we get the blind black guy in there to stumble into the job, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, ain't that just the way it goes?
Hey, it's regular Joe saying it's just the way it goes. I like your commentary.
Yeah. Give me a container of coffee.
You know, you're just a meat and potatoes kind of guy.
That's all I am.
That's what it is.
Regular Joe.
Yeah.
My girlfriend hates regular Joe.
Who would like regular Joe? I want regular Joe dead.
And we were going to bed last night. Do you remember my birthday a couple years ago? They gave me that little thing. It's like a long stick with like a little head on it. And I was shaking it with little bells on it.
Yeah.
It was 1 a.m. I was exhausted, and she did the nighty-night dance, and I wanted to kick her through my window. It was awful.
What's the nighty-night dance?
It's where she goes back and forth shaking that thing going, it's nighty-night time, and I hated her for it.
Oh, my God. How does she still live?
I don't know. That's what I live with.
You should have killed her.
Regular Joe and nighty-night time, and you wonder why we're going to couples therapy.
Hey, after the break, we got to talk about the fact that 1 in 14 girls are infected with an STD.
1 in 14?
1 in 4.
1 in 4?
Well, I said teen after that, so that's where you got confused. 1
in 4 teens?
4 teen girls infected with an STD.
Oh.
That's unbelievable.
But that report is not true, because yesterday it was Afro-American, they said. And they took that out of that report.
Afro-American.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what's not true?
Well, no, it's right here. It's misleading. Cause
So you think white
yesterday-
girls, it's okay?
I didn't say. Also, when I heard this story come out, it came out on this
There were
website.
black girls. It was
It said 1 in 4 Afro-American girls are infected.
It's African-American, by the way, if you want to be politically correct. Afro-American is like from 1970.
Yeah.
And how old am I?
And it lasted.
It's true. You were 30 that year.
So if we have somebody older come in, they could say colored.
I'm going to try to
And then
bring
we'll
that
get
back,
some
too.
real old guy. And you're trying to bring that back?
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I'm just old school.
Bring a real old guy. He'll talk like we do when the mics are off.
Let's go to Steve in New Hampshire. Steve.
Hey, boss.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah. Why don't you just go home? Because you're offering nothing.
Well, you know what? Am I supposed to just completely kill every time from the
Why?
second I come in and come out? When you go to work, do you perform every day at 100%? Do you?
No,
Yes or-
I sleep at my desk.
Okay, so there you have it. And you get paid for it, don't you?
well, they know what to expect.
Yeah, but
Well, but
basically
see-
what Steve is saying, see, the type of job we have, we can't just like sleep at our desk. We have to be on at all times.
Yeah, I know, but here's the
Occasionally
thing.
not off.
Here's the thing:
Yeah,
you
well,
throw in a couple good lines
course.
here and there, and it builds.
Yeah, there you go. Let's
You
go
know.
to Patrick on Long Island. Patrick, what's up?
La 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 la. Good morning, LP.
Jesus.
I just wanted to say that Opie got outsmarted by a guy who doesn't know that MSN is a news site.
Yeah.
Of course, I know it's a news site.
No, you said you saw it on some website before the news stations picked up on it, and then you watched how everyone picked up on it.
Everyone is so particular around here.
Well, it's not even particular. Let's go to Terry in Montana. Terry.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
I have never seen anybody go from hero to ass so quickly on this stinking show.
You're talking about Rich Voss, of course.
Talking about Rich Bob.
I've been on for shut up, stupid! I've been on for 20 minutes. What am I supposed to do? Backflips? Calm down. I just drove in. I slept 2 hours. Shut your stupid face.
20 minutes too long, first of all.
All right.
Second of
Shut
all,
up.
why are you sleeping 2 hours before your big appearance on
'Cause
the
all
Opie
of
and
a
Anthony
sudden-
show? You're taking advantage of us, sir.
No,
you should
let
get
me
a good
listen.
night's sleep, take your
Hey.
vitamins, and get all prepared for this fine
I'm
national
prepared.
radio
I took
show.
a shower. All right, shut up. All right, I turn it around. I start off slow and I build sometimes.
Oh my God, I'm done.
They're really.
All right.
pissing me off.
Baron.
Oh, all right, we're gonna take a break. Listen, Rich Voss did bring in the diaper on Friday.
I've done it.
That led
Thank you.
to baby diaper mustache. The video's up on YouTube. We're gonna go down memory lane and just play the clip where we get this done. Okay?
Poor Richie can't win for losing.
Oh, it's regular Joe. Regular Joe. Check out the video on YouTube. It's pretty much the only place that the video is being viewed at this point. Our own radio station here in New York refuses to freaking post a video.
I'm going to play this video at the Stress Factory this weekend. That's why I'm going to play.
Oh, that's where you're going to be, Rich? Okay.
Yeah.
We go to break with this. Baby Diaper Mustache on the Opie and Anthony Show. Once again, this is called Baby Diaper Mustache. All the crazy stuff he was...
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, dude. Oh, babe! Oh,
no! Oh, my God, no! Oh, no! Oh, get it off! He fell on the floor! He fell on the floor! He did it! He took 2 fingers, wiped it right under his nose. Now he can't get the smell out of his head. Oh, no, he's got the diaper in his hand.
Where is he?
He's going. All right, he's running off to the bathroom. Holy sh**.
I don't know about you, but when I heard about the scandal, here's the first thing I thought. I said, whoa, boy, well, there's another success for eHarmony.com. That's what I said to myself. And they're talking about impeaching Elliot Spitzer if he doesn't step down. And I'm thinking, whoa, a Democrat being impeached for extramarital sex. Happy days are here again. My God. Let's go.
Yo, check it out, the Opie and Anthony Show. Good morning to everybody. Phone number 877-212-O&A. Got Rich Voss in the house today. He's going to be at the Stress Factory all weekend long. Instant feedback coming in like crazy here this morning. Stephen S. from Bayshore, he's good for a few every day. He writes, bring the diaper back. It contributed more to the show than Voss did.
Oh, Rich.
What type of talk?
Well, you know, first of all, I just want to say sorry I'm late, but that guy that does the impression of me that came in earlier, I heard he did okay.
All right.
All right, what do they want from me? Jesus. So
Everything.
critical around here.
A laugh.
It's so
What?
Bill Wedgie from Connecticut writes, does Opie mean 1 in 4 girls have a STD?
D.
Linger longer.
Beep, beep.
And then Gutshot Drew from Howell. He writes, I love the story how they're saying that Spitzer's wife needs to be tested immediately for STDs.
Oh, wow.
What kind of small talk will be going on during that exam? Yes, she does need to be tested for the STDs because we learned what that thing was yesterday, that it was, in fact, sex without a condom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that came up yesterday?
Yeah.
There was some kind of unsafe practice or unsafe...
Something that was a little dangerous, I
Dangerous,
think.
sure.
Yeah.
He
And
really
it was-
wanted it without the condom.
And even with condoms, I mean, it stops AIDS and all that stuff, but warts and like herpes are both transferable even with condoms.
Crabs.
Yeah. Well, crabs she would know though.
Yeah, she certainly would.
And that stupid stiff wig hairdo of hers. If there was a crab nest happening, she'd probably feel it crawling around somewhere in that awful.
And you know, there's probably not much grooming going on with her.
No.
Not much grooming. It's au natural.
Not since Kid 3.
Yeah.
Does it with a weed whacker.
The warts are good, though, because they're like having built-in ticklers on you.
Oh, I'm just sorry I didn't have the volume up for the Pound Talk people
wait.
to hear that, Jim.
Oh, Regular Joe has one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
You think we're all zombie killers?
TMI.
Killers. Your whole sick society. That's who's guilty, man.
Meh.
Yeah. We got to address something that's in the Boston Herald today. We're not going anywhere. What's wrong there, Jimmy?
I'm sorry. On CNN, there's a near miss.
Yeah.
Look at that. This guy goes through a busy intersection. You've never seen anybody almost have 10 accidents.
Wow.
as much.
Wait, where is he?
He's watch.
Seattle.
Oh, how did he miss
my
that?
God.
How did he miss?
Did he hit the guy at all or no?
I might have clipped the white car.
Oh my God, that's
Clipped him a little bit.
just a little bit.
That
but
could have really been a disaster, though.
wow, that should have been a
It's like
massive.
Keystone Cops
Yeah, we'll get
film video.
We'll get that video up on onaradio.com later this morning. Here we go. So we got to address something that's in the Boston Herald today. Basically, for everybody listening on WBCN, we're going nowhere. We're staying in mornings for the foreseeable future. Okay, the dopey manatees, these fat pigs that write the gossip column for the Boston Herald, the Inside Track. They're just two messes.
Disasters.
They think they're in the know. They start rumors about us all the time. This is another one that's hitting their dumb Inside Track today.
I think they used to like us until we kind of started pointing out the fact that they're phony fatties, and then the hatred.
Yeah, well, honestly, most celebrities, most entertainers in the Boston area just hate these two.
Yeah.
They're
yapping.
phonies. They go to like these restaurants and the clubs and these press junkets, and they hide in the corner in the shadows, and they jot things down. Jot. They think they're in the know, and they're completely wrong most of the time. But just like any gossip column, you can write whatever you want because it's just hearsay. It's rumors.
It's like we hear that.
Yeah, all you have to say is we're hearing. And there's no accountability because they don't have to name their sources or anything.
And they're not the news. It's a different thing if it's somebody breaking real news. This is entertainment stuff.
Right.
So they get a lot of leeway.
Well, we lost our affiliate in Providence because they're going to an oldies format. And I guess Scott Zolak, I didn't even know he was doing a radio show, got kicked off of this station, and now they're trying to figure out where he's going to end up. And the manatees write this. Another scenario being bandied about has BCN tanking Morning Morons Opie and Anthony.
Morning Morons?
Both have M's in them. That's
yeah,
good,
I like
good
that.
writing.
Morning Morons.
Very clever, funny writing.
Yeah.
And they don't use tanking. It makes it sound like tanking as far as our ratings go. That's not it. Tanking meaning just firing us.
Yeah.
Another scenario being bandied about has BCN tanking Morning Morons Opie and Anthony. Not to mention most of its rock format moving afternoon men, Toucher and Rich, into the morning slot. By the way, Toucher and Rich could do a great job in mornings.
Do you think that alcoholic is going to be able to get up?
Yeah, if morning started at 2:15. Unshaven disaster.
We've seen them at work.
He works
My God.
He wears slippers to a radio station. A Hawaiian shirt.
Unshaven with slippers. That's how he does his afternoon drive show. All kidding aside, the guys could do a great job in mornings.
No,
but
they back up a tanker full of Bloody Marys every morning.
What does bandied about mean? Can we look that up here, Rob?
Oh, it's just bandied about.
Bandied about. That means, it's being considered, Jimmy. People are talking behind closed doors.
Little repartee.
Sure.
Little tete-a-tete-tete.
Let's see. Not to mention most of it's rock format. So these fat dopes are saying that BCN is going away from rock as well. Just not true. They're promoting the River Rave. I mean, they're very excited about the rock that's happening in Boston, and they're bringing back the River Rave for the first time in 4 or 5 years, something like that. You got STP, you got Filter,
Who?
STP, a little band.
Who?
STP. I said
Right.
STP.
I like the psyched STP better.
Right. And then I guess Zolak would go into afternoon drive at BCN. This is being...
What planet is he from?
Zolak?
Yeah, what planet is Zolak from? Zolak.
The planet of bad radio.
I am Zolak.
I am Zolak. And then I haven't specifically heard that, says Gresh. I guess Gresh would do the show with Zolak.
Gresh and Zolak?
Gresh and Zoe. Wow. Their show's called Gresh and Zoe.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a fun listen.
BCN's been great to Zoe and me and Gary Tangway during the Patriots season, but to tank Opie and Anthony, that's a bigger decision that would come down from New York, but my ears are open. As always, do stay tuned. I hate these two.
Go eat.
What are their names?
Look, why don't you just write an article about how you just don't like us and you're going to try starting rumors about us whenever you can.
Exactly.
I mean, we can't play all our cards here, but I can tell you this much: we're not going anywhere anytime soon. You dopes,
dummy.
You fat dopes.
What? Yes, it's Gailey. One of their names is Gailey.
Gailey Fee?
Gailey Fee.
That's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Laura
Raposa.
Yeah.
Gailey.
And I know why they don't like us, by the way, because back in the day when we were at AAF, one of these pigs actually hit on me at an appearance, and I openly laughed at her like, ugh. She was saying how I was cute and stuff. I'm like, just go away.
She needs glasses, too?
But one of these pigs, and she knows who she is. I don't even know which one it was. They're interchangeable to me. Kind of hit on me.
Can't say the fat one.
And I talked about it on the air like, yuck. And ever since I've been yuck. Look at these two big fat pigs, these two manatees, thinking they know what's going on in Boston.
The one in glasses, I love the fact that she wears the camouflage of the fat girl, which is like a very colorful
paisley almost
shirt.
Yeah.
So you don't know where like she begins and the background scenery ends. So it just looks like a floating head with glasses instead of, oh my God, that's all part of one living organism.
It's like a casino rug.
Yeah, exactly.
You can smaller.
Oh, that's good.
You could drop a chip. What happened?
I screwed up my joke. You said it's like a casino rug.
Yeah.
And I meant to say, but bigger. And I was honest. I said, but smaller.
But smaller because the casino rugs, they're pretty big.
Yeah.
She wears clothes that you would find on a casino rug because that hides a world of hurt. Like you could drop chips. There's a reason why the rugs are how they are at casinos, because if you drop your chips, it's hard to find them. And at the end of the night,
the house will pick one up.
Perhaps I hear it's good business, man. They sweep up chips, all the time.
And you'll notice the pattern on the casino rug is it has all the same colors as the chips in them.
Right.
In the rug. So if you drop it, a lot of people aren't looking down for chips, and then they clean up every so often and they find chips.
Look at these messes who think they know what's going on at BCN and who think they know what's going on in Boston in general.
They really are disgusting women.
It just
the The one has her hair in her face. Of course, you know what that's all about. And then she's wearing a casino rug.
I bet they get together every so often, sit up on the couch, and watch a chick flick while they're eating like Rocky Road ice cream. This is good. Who needs a man, right? We have our ice cream.
Are they married? What's their deal?
The one on the right looks like Lithgow from Garp.
Yeah. Wow.
She looks like a fat tranny.
You got a fat tranny, and you got a broad that wears a casino rug, trying to tell Boston what's going on. What's going on in the scene, man?
But that is what they should be doing. Just two heart-stressed hens cackling at each other.
Two jotting asses.
Hens.
They probably bring a bathtub into the living room with ice cream in it, and they eat out of that with two ladles.
Trough.
We met in high
They
school.
don't even use utensils, just shoving their fat faces in there.
Crying in the bathroom in high school. That's where they met, just from being torn.
Oh, definitely.
You know.
Oh, we've been friends since we were just tortured constantly about how fat we were.
I want to know how many times a year one of them is asked, "When are you expecting?" And they have to pretend they didn't hear it and go, "What do you mean?"
Huh?
I didn't hear you.
Not expecting what? A FedEx? You can't mean a baby. I'm just fat.
But it's just like nobody wants to hear, two broads talking about what?
Yeah.
Well, being bandied about. Why don't you name your source? This came up a few months ago, and we called them out, and they
Yeah, who's bandying it?
They hid. Why don't you write a little article tomorrow and tell us who your source is?
Tell us who's bandying.
Because I know differently, and you know that it's not true. Just taking a little shot. So just write your dumb article saying you hate Opie and Anthony, and that you support the Hillman and his dumb man show.
They probably do, because just as two sea cows, they probably think that that's funny, like the whole gay, Mantown thing. Like, that's what guys should do. Guys should have, their own little room that they go look at naughty things. That's what guys should do.
Pigs! Look at these messes.
Oh.
Who the F wants to hang out with them?
No one, apparently.
I swear
I've
to
seen them
God.
at parties, and no one hangs out with them.
The one without the glasses, honest to God, should be wearing a tuxedo and singing Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. She really looks like that fat Milo.
I will do anything for food. Yuck.
What a disaster.
Yuck.
Two disasters.
And they call us morning morons. Why are you calling us morning morons?
Yeah, huh?
Let's say hi to Joe. Joe, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, they are big Hillman supporters. I don't know.
Of course. Fat people love hanging out together because they can't pick on each other about how fat they are. So you get a big fat Hillman and the big fat manatees, and they know they're safe from
they used
fat
to be on
jokes.
a show one day during the week, and I don't know what's going on now. But
They tried to do a radio show. It failed miserably.
Did they really?
But they're going to call us morning morons. How about your radio show? It went nowhere. I've been doing this since I was 18 years old, you fat pigs.
Do we have audio? Can we get audio on the radio show anywhere?
Yeah, let's try to get some audio of these wonderful sites. I guess they dish the gossip every
dish it out
every week on the Man Show.
Wait,
for Mantown, they do the gossip.
They fit right in.
Do they
fag
really?
hags?
No women.
You look like fag hags.
What's the name of their column? You gonna eat that?
That's good.
The cleaned plate.
It's called the Inside Track. To the buffet. I'm a morning moron. So we're here to state that once again.
They are both the other girl.
Yeah. You kind of need the hot one to walk around with.
Coming back.
You're coming back strong, Rich. So, once again, they're wrong about us in their dumb column.
Look at the one.
Huh?
The one on the right, her head, it looks like it should be hit with sticks and candy should fall out of it.
Is it?
Big it
Look
is.
at her neck.
Look at that.
Oh, the lack thereof.
Even if she lost weight, She still looks like that.
She looks like Luca Brasi being choked.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks is another one from Total Recall.
2 weeks.
She should pull that head off, and Arnold should be under it.
Let's say hi to Rob on Long Island. Rob, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, these two men in high school, they like to walk around screaming "Ying Yang Party." Linger-longer.
That's a very good one.
Ying Yang Party.
Yin Yang.
So there you go.
I may have had a little detail wrong there.
Well.
For the most part, these gossip columns are just a waste of time and paper.
Mm-hmm.
They never get anything right.
Oh, I don't know.
And they don't have to name sources, and they sneak around at restaurants and bars thinking they know what's going on.
I just like reading about Brangelina.
For some reason, I don't see them sneaking around those.
Yeah. How do they sneak?
Maybe around a blimp or something. Not a restaurant. People, when they come in, they start hiding their food, eating like they're in prison with their arm around the plate.
Well, it's time to have fun with the Manatees. We're going to have some audio of their fine radio show. Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
We got some of that?
Mike, what's up?
Hey, Anthony.
What?
I just wanted to tell you, it's not Gailey, it's Gail, you dumbass.
It's spelt G-A-Y-L-E-E. How the F am I supposed to pronounce that, Mike, you douche?
Is it 2 E's?
She has
by the way,
she spells her name like a stripper.
It's Gailey to me. I'm calling her Gailey. That's how it's spelt.
Well, E-Rock spelled it G-A-Y-L-E. Hold on, buddy. G-A-Y-L-E. Eric, did you spell it wrong? I'll throw the garbage can right at your teeth.
But still, how would you know that would say Gail?
Yeah, what do I know? It's Gail.
It's Gail, not Gailey.
Oh, and
who cares?
And look at their pictures.
Fat pig.
Here's the other thing about the fat manatees from the Boston Herald. Could you blow up that picture? Look at the picture they show in the Boston Herald.
Oh, what is it a MySpace picture?
No, it's two pictures of them when they were about 100 pounds lighter.
Really?
From years and years and years ago. Look, those are the two. That's the same two people.
What's that? Them in the delivery room when they were that young?
Look how young and thin they are. They haven't looked like that since the 80s.
Gail Fee and Laura Raposa.
These two are big, fat messes, and they're using photos from many, 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 many years ago. That's what we have to do today. You show that picture on onaradio.com and what they look like today, because there's a picture of them at some kind of podium.
The one has hair like Mary Hartman.
All right. So just want to say good morning to Boston.
Yeah, morning.
And like it or not, we're going nowhere. They got it wrong once again. We got Bob Kelly stopping by today as well.
What's Bobby speaking of? Speaking of nice people. He's going to goof on his weight, but he's losing weight.
Yes. We'll take a quick break. Rich Voss at the Stress Factory. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Re-elect Governor Elliot Spitzer. As Attorney General, he was instrumental in building cases against the unethical practices of many brokerage firms in the state. As client number 9, he enjoyed having only the finest fruits and vegetables pounded into his by high-priced escorts. Re-elect client number 9 for governor. Paid for by the Opie and Anthony Show.
Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks,
Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Bob Kelly joining the program. Instant feedback. We got Spike W. from New Hampshire. He writes, it looks like she's eaten too many Fudgy Wudgy bars. Talking about the manatees that write that dumb column for the Inside Track.
Sorry, Bobby.
Yeah, I
can't be on Call of Duty 4 like all the time. He said he was going to delete me because I haven't been on in 16. It's been 16 days.
No, but look, if you haven't
Only
been on
a while.
If you haven't been on it a day, you're not. You know what? Whatever.
Then I'm not really a fan.
That means you grew up like Peter Pan.
No, I'm having some work done around the house. You know, having some electronics put in.
You can push a button and
you're having work done around the house.
Yeah,
you're getting your pipes cleaned.
No, I'm having electronics put in.
Yeah.
So
TV and whatnot.
A heart-shaped bed is going to fall out of the wall. Right?
Yeah, that's what I want.
A jukebox.
Austin Powers pad.
You hit a button and martinis come out of the ceiling.
No, nothing like that. But I will have a great place to hook up the Xbox, where it's going to be on a huge screen with a huge sound system. And it's gonna. I think the neighbors are really gonna think there's a war going on in the house. I think they do already.
When you do Call of Duty,
but, yeah,
you're turning it into a bachelor pad.
No, I'm actually turning it into a house that looks like people live there.
Yeah, but
which is amazing.
Make it more bachelor padish, though.
Yeah, dude. Redo the basement so we can all come over and play cards.
That, well, we don't have to hang out in the basement.
Well, that's where the men have to hang out, Anthony. You got to get a room for the men.
That was good, Rich. Rich isn't confident enough in his jokes yet, so he's still saying them real low.
Yeah. Well, he feels like he's the only one that doesn't need to wear, headphones when you do a radio show. You'd be able to hear everyone better. And then you could fit your jokes in better instead of them being in the background, like background noise.
How come you don't like the headphones?
Two things. One, I could hear you guys perfectly, and
it's different.
Somebody calls, then because it gives me a headache.
What's wrong, dude? There's something wrong with you, Voss. You read something on the internet.
He is a moron.
I can hear that I'm not a moron.
Well, because you finally put the headphones on. I was just proving my point.
He read something on the internet that headphones cause cancer.
You wouldn't talk that soft.
So you're talking over Bob Kelly because you don't have your headphones on. Put your effing headphones on. Thank you.
Leave them off.
You could do the one-ear thing like Jimmy, but at least Jimmy has one headphone on so he can kind of hear all the stuff that's going on.
I'm taking a beating today. Let's go. I'm doing.
Hey, Steve-O from Manatee writes, the Boston Herald is as good as a high school paper. Greg Hill sucks and knows that he's getting killed in the ratings, and he is the laughingstock of Boston radio. He could go hang out with Ernie Bach selling cars. It's a nice little local reference. Yeah. And then I guess the Manatees called their radio show. Ready for this, Jimmy? Two Chicks Dishing.
Cleaning their dishing.
I thought he had something there. Cleaning their dishing.
Cleaning their dishing. How come we have to cater to you, Voss? Why can't you just make it funny? Why do we have to come down to you? Oh, we get it.
First of all, it was good.
Cater to dishing.
Yeah, it's like playing a game with like an 8-year-old. You have to bring your level way down.
We get it.
Oh, you won.
Look at that. I lost again.
Right.
Damn it.
What?
You didn't take that?
I'm not even listening to him.
Easy stuff.
It's the Elliot Spitzer Guide to Infidelity, Chapter 1. Finding the right gal. Picking the perfect prostitute is essential when beginning an illicit affair. Obviously, you're going to want to choose an attractive woman and forgo the sloppy crack whore. Sure, her toothless mouth might be warm and smooth at first, and she might be too stoned to remember what she did or who she did it with, but spending a few bucks on quality ass is worth it when you're making up for a lifetime of mediocre sex.
What was that noise?
Stay tuned for more of Elliot Spitzer's Guide to Infidelity, only on the Opie and Anthony Show.
What was the... Bloop. Bloop. What was that?
Well, I'll get Stephen here to explain it. Bloop. Yeah. So we got the Iron Sheik. You want to hear the Iron Sheik?
Iron Sheik?
The Iron Sheik is back.
What is he? He's back?
Yeah, he's one of our favorites.
What's he back for?
He did a promo for the WWE.
Oh.
WWE Online, I believe.
Yeah, they don't want to put him out front.
Yeah. Brand new audio from the Iron Sheik. We love the Iron Sheik in this on this radio show. You ready, Bobby, for Iron Sheik audio?
I love the Iron Sheik.
You love Iron Sheik?
I want to say to you, SOP, I am champion of Iron Sheik Radio. Go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Ready?
No.
All set?
No.
Great. Been sitting here 6 days waiting to do this. My butt is asleep. Great.
Oh, no.
Just saw Sandy, little sweetheart who everybody loves, including myself. And you're probably wondering who I am, Robert Kelly. I'm going to be with you for just a little bit. So please stick around because you are watching the Burly Bear Network and check us out. Is that good? Is that all right?
No.
Wait a second. Opie?
I thought that. I didn't realize that was your voice.
That sounds very familiar.
Who's that?
I think that was the Iron Sheik.
Why are you sweating?
Oh, wait. I thought that was the Iron Sheik. Oh, my bad. My bad.
I'd like to hear more Bob.
Yeah, of course.
Bob rules.
Bobby's part of the Burly Bear Network, huh?
Burly Bear Network? Yes. I love it. It's my favorite channel.
Can I just explain what it is that you're hearing?
Please.
When I first moved to New York, I auditioned. This was my second audition ever, and I booked it. And I was a VJ, like MTV.
But on the Burly Bear Network.
Which is
the hell is that? I never heard of it.
It's
like
Tim,
MTV.
tie your shoelaces, for God's sake. You're going to trip.
It's a college network. It's only in colleges.
Oh.
It's a college television network that only gets piped into colleges and
bathhouses.
And and I was one of the first VJs.
For the Burly Bear Network?
Do we have video, Bob, like this? I want to see what he looks like.
Oh,
You don't
probably
understand.
gorgeous.
Oh, you don't even know how good looking I am. You should see the hair.
How do we not have the video? Where is it?
Yeah, we'll get the video.
It's gorgeous.
Well, Bob explains how he's the new kid on the block for the Burly Bear Network. Were you like a twink?
Oh, I was
a twink.
Yeah, I guess you could call me a twink.
Or a sloppy party bottom.
Now I'm a Twinkie, but yes.
Oh, Bob, don't go knocking yourself.
Hey, action. I got to say action, not the director. Because I'm Robert Kelly. I'm the new guy on the block. I'm the last guy of the day. That's right. I'm going to be your host for just a little bit. You are watching the Burly Bear Network, so please stick around and check us out.
Now you are the block.
How was that?
Oh. Why do you keep saying, how was that?
How was that? Was I good?
Yes, Dan.
Because even then, at that level, he understood that he sucked and was charmless. I hate his attempted charm. This is Robert Kelly. I'm the last guy of the day. You're kind of stuck with me, ladies and gentlemen.
But we'll all get through it together.
Did you hear the just a bit?
Yeah, just a bit.
I stole that from MTV. Just a bit.
Give it back.
People want to know if this was part of the Logo Network.
His phony confidence. Be back in just a bit. How was that? How was that? How was that okay? Was I
Please
good?
say it was good, please.
It was good.
Was this community college or real college?
Yeah, no one has heard of this, Bobby.
It's a Lorne Michaels, actually.
Oh, you know it's good then.
Yeah. Yeah.
He actually
only put out great stuff.
He put it out, and it was, I don't even know if it's still around, but it was like an MTV in colleges, and we...
Yeah, we get the college MTV part.
I just keep repeating myself because I'm in shock right now.
You're really trying.
Well, I know how much stuff you guys actually have on me today, and I'm just...
cringing.
Yeah, it's like the first wave to the tsunami is just hit me, but now I'm waiting for the second and all the debris to start smashing into my knees.
Well, you get to intro a video here.
Oh! Let's hear Bob.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Robert Kelly, and I'm going to be hanging with you for just a few here at the Burly Bear Network. Coming up next, we have...
And I'm you're forced casual. I'd like to throw acid in your face. I'm going to be hanging with you just for a few.
For just a few.
Oh, you schmaltzy jerk off.
I love when Opie's enjoying something. He just stares at you with that smile. He gets his Opie dimples come out.
Don't try to deflect.
I'm trying.
Don't try to deflect.
What are you telling me? Not to
Love
defend?
this.
You guys had your fun
Just
with.
tell me not to defend myself.
You guys had your fun with the baby diaper mustache. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, don't get me. We're just hanging.
Yeah,
with
why are
you.
you sweating? Look at your forehead.
Is Voss wearing one today?
Wearing what?
Oh. I'll be back in just a bit.
Just a bit.
Hold
Now
on.
when you talk and you say this is Robert Kelly,
Hey, I know.
because they all knew who you were back at the college campuses. This is Robert Kelly. Who?
Chew your teeth
Did this
before you
come-
speak.
Did this come over on the
The
loudspeaker?
last guy of the day.
This came over on a TV. It was a TV channel in colleges.
Was it?
And I would sit on a couch, much like I'm doing now, in a hip little room with all logos around. And
Dude, now one person's calling that heard of this.
I've heard of the Burly Network only because I performed in a few colleges, but that was only because I was there. But he's going to be hanging there for just a bit.
Just.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Robert Kelly, and I'm going to be hanging with you for just a few here at the Burly Bear Network. Coming up next, we have a video clip from Millencolin, yes, with their latest Lose and Must. Very freaky video. You're going to want to check that out here at the Burly Bear. Stick around.
You know why you got the gig? Because nobody else auditioned and wanted to do it. It was you against yourself.
You know what, Bob?
we got what you said, dummy. Will you spice it up, Voskam?
You know that you really this is right. You should be saying back in a jiff.
Well, I booked the gig. It was improv. mess around.
I would hope that was improv.
Wow.
That couldn't have been written.
And they just kind of stick you in a room with a camera guy and a sound guy.
They say your name incessantly, and then just tell people what you're doing and how long you're going to be there for. I'm Robert Kelly. I'll be hanging with you just for a bit.
Hey, Robert Kelly here, and I know that makes you happy. We're here at the Burley Bear Network. Coming up, we have some clips from the kids in the hall. Do you know how they got their name? I know how. And if you know how, please email me at burleybear.com and let me know that you know. Stick around. This is Robert Kelly. You're watching the Burley Bear. Don't go away.
Anthony's hair on his arm is sticking up.
I just pointed to my arm, to Bob. I just pointed at my arm because I swear to you, I just got like goosebumps.
Kids in the hall, how'd they get their name? I have a guess. Your loveless childhood?
Did you run down the hall to a computer, seeing how many people were responding?
Yeah, come on. Oh, I bet the emails. You refresh, nothing.
Kids in the
Spam.
Hall, kids in the hall in college, so they don't have to watch this crap on TV.
Rich tapped out.
You could just email me at the Burley Bear Network.
That's it. You just need to go into the bathroom, take a breath,
Rich is
splash some water on your face.
Rich is really saving me. Sorry, I stepped in that great line.
Very funny.
That's it for Burley Bear today. I've been Robert Kelly.
Who are you now?
You didn't do anything.
Exactly.
You did nothing.
No, but you have to.
You haven't even done anything.
You have to imagine videos popping up right at the end of my speeches.
And then I've been Robert Kelly, and you've been bored.
Well, needless to say, they didn't have me back for a second season.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did they tell you?
By not calling.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate your charming voice. Just a guy relaxing, watching.
Yeah, you really are just trying to be like, hey, yeah.
That's it for Burley Bear today. I've been Robert Kelly. This is my zit, Frankie. Say hi to Frankie. Hi, guys. Yes, and have a happy Thanksgiving. Me and Frankie are going back to Massachusetts to enjoy some turkey. You do the same. Thanks for watching the Burley Bear Network. We'll catch you next time.
Is that Bobby's phone?
Who's calling you? The people from the shuttle? What if that's Lauren?
I hate this iPhone. I'm definitely getting... If the iPhone does this...
It makes so much damn noise.
But it's not. It's interference with other electronic stuff, which means that's going through my brain.
Easily, with no resistance.
Wow. Jimmy's a quick little gunslinger, isn't he?
Hey, I'm getting a communique, because this is big news in Boston with this dumb inside track story with these dumb fat pigs, the manatees. A communique came in and says, Opie, in spite of the top-notch reporting today in the Boston Herald, I, for one, am very happy that you, Anthony, and little Jimmy are doing mornings at WBCN. Talk to you soon.
The Hillman.
Well, it would be Mark. His job title is General Manager at WBCN.
Oh.
So,
that's nice.
Just got that communique.
Thank you, sir.
Just so we could make the manatees look completely stupid with their reporting today.
You got to go up there.
You're rolling. All right, good, because I'm Robert Kelly. You're watching Burley Bear. I just got back from vacation. Do you see this hat? This is very lovely. You see this right here? I love this. Because it's Christmas time coming up, my favorite holiday. Thanksgiving's over. That's the little get warm holiday. You eat a little turkey, get fat, fall asleep, eat some more, and then throw up. That's what I do. I'm going to be with you for the rest of the Burley Bears.
Why aren't you throwing up these days? Oh, man.
Everybody had one cocked and loaded.
Firing squad right there.
We should have just went around the room. We all went at the same time.
Yikes.
Yeah, did you really need Voss in today? It's like 8 people are going to... No, I didn't mean that I meant that as a compliment, like you're going to smash me too. I didn't mean
to smash you.
As soon as I said that, I knew your self-esteem was on the line, so I meant it as a compliment.
I just wanted... You never answered how the kids in the hall got their name.
That's true. How did they get the name?
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm dying to know.
I'll tell you. They used to do a show, and the guys would do a show, and they'd have a bunch of kids. And then people would boo because there wasn't enough jokes, and people would boo again, and they would like, what the hell, we need jokes. And they had a bunch of kids in the hall and they'd run out and go, get me a joke from the kids in the hall. And the people, they just... And they'd be out there in the hall going, la, 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 la.
Pitted, so pitted.
And then he was pitted. I don't know what that meant back then.
Shut up.
Why do you say your name so many times? Who's this show for? Goldfish? Like every 8 seconds, they forget everything they've ever learned.
No, he's thinking people are going, oh, it's Bob Kelly.
I'm Robert Kelly.
Robert Kelly, and he's back on again. Thank God.
I bet you were all lounged out trying to be charming.
Oh, God.
Dad, you know what? It was a long time ago. I was new. You know what, dude? I learned.
Thank God, though, he didn't in that last segment, because I couldn't see it, but I know this didn't happen.
What?
You didn't have a Santa hat on.
Oh, God, I gotta go.
Did he have a Santa hat on?
Of course he did.
He must have.
I didn't see it. But I know he had a Santa
How do we
hat
not
on.
have the video here? Where's the
It's
video?
obvious.
Where's the video?
It's around, Jimmy. We're playing the audio version.
No, but I want to see it.
Yeah, we'll get the video up for everybody. We'll get some clips up on ONARadio.com. You can visualize. There's Bobby with a Santa hat
Talking
on.
about Christmas with a hat.
Right.
You don't understand how...
You probably spelled douche wrong, which is what you should have. DEWCHE.
Hat should have been removed like Arba Dwyer's hair.
Oh.
That's true. Where's Oswald? I'd like him to take your hat off. Could Sirhan assist in Santa hat removal, please? Hey, Mr. Hinckley, can I borrow that hat removing apparatus you're holding?
Holiday. Thanksgiving's over. That's the little get warm holiday. You know, you eat a little turkey, get fat, fall asleep, eat some more, and then throw up. That's what I do. I'm going to be with you for the rest of the Burly Bear, so please stick around. Sit your butt down, shut your pie hole, put the pencils away, and watch me, because I will get Italian on you if you don't, okay? You're watching Burly Bear. Stick around, because I love you.
Oh, so many mixed messages there.
The last part of that.
They had to put their pencils down?
Yes.
Well, it's college, you know.
Why, were they stabbing themselves in the eyes?
They want to hang.
Can I just say something? When we were doing this to you guys, it was so much fun, and I never thought of the other side of it.
It's the worst place to be.
I don't understand why I would do this.
Hold on now. Let me be a little cuter and more charming. Just sit your little butt down in the chair. Put away your pencils. You're in good hands. I'd like to sink my teeth into your face.
Who wants to get Italian on you right now?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You're gonna mix cement
or sauce.
I'm gonna cheat on my wife.
Oh, well, this next clip is labeled "We never know what Bobby's gonna do."
Whoa! Wow!
Unpredictable Bobby.
He's wild.
Oh, it's a shock jock.
Shock. You're a shock.
Robert Kelly here, with the nose here.
Right.
Yes, I'm going to be with you for the rest of your day. So stick around, because you know you like watching me, because you never know what I'm going to do. I could just grab this guy over here, who's the writer, and pull him in, and then throw him away. Because he's just trying, you know, he's not doing anything, getting paid millions.
He's certainly not.
$5.50 an hour, but that's okay. And next up, we got Kids in the Hall, very funny guys, so please stick around, have some laughs with them. You're watching Burly Bear. I'm going to breathe, because that's what I do when I talk. I don't breathe, because I'm Italian.
What? How bad did those students wish they were going to Kent State?
Absolutely. Where's Charles Whitman when you need him?
I don't know why he picks Kent State. We had 9 shootings at colleges this year, and he has to go back to when he was
when he was in college.
Exactly.
I never went to
God damn it, Jimmy.
What's wrong with you?
Thank you for helping me. Kent State. What are you, an ass? You had a shooting not last week, you moron.
Doesn't matter. It's more hip to use something retro like that.
Is it
really?
I can remember it.
We're talking about antique furniture. We're talking about jokes, you loser.
I know. I'm sorry. We're just hanging. Don't get Italian on me.
You never know what Robert's going to do. I love the fact that you said that he's the writer. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Obviously.
You know,
was he a mongoloid?
They can only see you now. Every day's Thanksgiving.
Put your pencils down, and all the writers like ours have perfect points. Nothing has been written.
Well, they used to just, they literally you were in an office, the offices of the network, and there was no studio. It was just the offices.
Oh,
with
so that was
working.
kind of cool.
So they would literally just say go. You want to say Burly Bear? That's it. Don't say Burly Bear TV, and just say your name, what's coming up, and blah. And then I would just go, that's it, and they'd be like, yeah, and I would just have to wing it. with my charming
Did the guy move the
personality.
camera a lot in and tilt it?
Yes,
Was
exactly.
that a lot of that kind of
They were on the
look
floor
to
with
it?
the angle, looking up at
getting
me.
some weird angle like they did in the 90s all the time.
We want to squeeze these next two clips in before break. This next one is, wow, this is a good one. This is a good one, Bobby. He's threatening to do things if you don't watch.
Step back.
That's right. Put on your cute hats, ladies. and
Look
gentlemen.
out. Here he comes.
Robert Kelly here. Little dance for you. Robert Kelly, Burley Bear Network is what you're watching. Next up, we have The Flip Side with Godfrey, your host. He's down at NYU talking to some students about what they want to talk about because it's their show, it's your show, it's everyone's show because we're the Burley Bear. That's what we do for you. So don't you go anywhere. I will jump off this balcony. If you want that, I don't think you do. And I don't want to jump.
And
but
bounce
if you
right
leave,
back up.
Okay.
Actually, back then I was very in shape, Mr. Voss. I would have to.
Not verbally.
Why? Well, there you go. Were you acting it out?
He gets a good one and then just follows it up.
I will jump off this balcony, and you don't want me to do that, especially if you're living in Indonesia. Oh, that makes me sick to my stomach.
I was on a. They just threw me on a fire escape and told me to.
You should have.
because it's crazy. Oh,
You're wild.
Like the Omen, you should have just put a rope around your neck and threw yourself off the balcony.
Maybe they put you on a fire escape because they didn't want to hear you in the office anymore. Maybe not.
What's wrong with you today?
I will jump off this
Every
balcony.
other one's
If you
good.
want that, I don't think you do. And I don't want to jump, but if you leave, that's what I'm doing. Ooh, look at the woman.
I've never seen Jimmy so depressed and angry.
I'm disgusted on a level. If you were convicted of pedophilia, it would still be easier to look at you than it is right now.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, of course.
The last clip. Bobby has a great, and great is in all capitals here, line about cookies.
I bet it's cute, whatever it is.
Why'd I give you this one?
Sorry. Robert Kelly here. Next up on Burley Bear Network, we have a special Christmas fa-la-la-la-la-la-la edition of Half Baked with Matt Fry, where he attempts to make Christmas cookies. It's more like Christmas jerky cookies because they're very salty, but you're going to want to check it out anyways, so stay tuned.
I was trying to.
Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. Can we hear that one again at one point? I'm not ready to give up on that one yet. I think that deserves another listen.
Another round.
Fa-la-la-la. You must have improv that cookie line. Or was that the crack writing stand?
I feel like I'm in a sauna.
That does nothing.
Kelly here. Next up on Burley Bear Network, we have a special Christmas fa-la-la-la-la-la-la edition of Half Baked with Matt Fry, where he attempts to make Christmas cookies. It's more like Christmas jerky cookies because they're very salty, but you're going to want to check it out anyways, so stay tuned.
You get it because jerky's salty and the cookies were kind of salty.
Wow.
No, I don't.
Just improv. It's one letter short of improve, you know.
It's so...
Man, you can go either way. That's all I'm saying. Ask Drew Carey.
Hey, let's say hi to Augie from Massachusetts. Augie, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? I actually saw Bobby on the Burley Bear when I was in college.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Hey, Bobby, why didn't they call you back for another season? It was pretty good.
Oh, thanks, man.
Not you.
Oh, Jesus. You think I need that right now, sir?
They actually just re-showed Bobby's Burley Bear year at NYU, and it's one of those jumping deaths.
This you picked one in this century.
And the city, local.
Yeah, let's go to John in North Carolina. John, or Joe. Joe, what's up?
Good morning, boys.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
I just wanted to verify that I worked at a college station here about 8 years ago. Now, we did run the Burley Bear Network, and I can't say I remember Bob Kelly, but I do remember the show he was just talking about in that last clip, Half Baked, which was actually pretty good. It wasn't a bad show at all.
Stop it. It was.
Bob was not so memorable.
You said you don't remember me.
I do remember them running videos and stuff, but I don't remember you per se.
So you can't say that I'm not rememberable if you don't remember me.
Right. All right. Thanks, sir.
It's the Elliot Spitzer Guide to Infidelity, Chapter 2, Financing Your Encounter. As Governor Spitzer will tell you, a high-quality prostitute will cost you big. Now, $20 for a is a fair rate if you're going to a homeless man behind a New York City deli. But if you want an attractive young woman to put her tongue anywhere near your you're going to be spending thousands, upwards of $4,000 per encounter. And that's not exactly pocket change. So learn to carry a meatloaf-sized stack of hundreds with you if you plan on getting laid a lot. Stay tuned for more of Elliot Spitzer's Guide to Infidelity, only on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Was that supposed to be the hundreds?
Yeah, flipping.
Or you justifiably cutting your own throat?
Getting caught cheating's bad.
Burly Bear.
Very bad.
Why Burly Bear? What was the...
It's happened to you?
Can I just say, I got caught cheating, yeah.
All right, we got to talk about it after the break. There's your tease, because we're late. Opie and Anthony, stay there.
This is Aaron Sheik, World Wrestling Federation, 3-time champion, All-American AAU champion. Pleasure for me to the Anthony and Opie bring me here to New York to I say hello to all my wrestling fans and everybody know I'm the real Middle Eastern come to the greatest wrestling country and most famous city in the world, Manhattan, Madison Square Garden. I come 3 times champion. I want to say hello to all my wrestling fans, especially all American and also my Iranian friend. خدمت همه شنوندگان ایرانی عزیز سلام عرض میکنم. همه دنیا آرون شیخ خسرو وزیری رو میشناسن. Pleasure for me to I come back here again one more time to I talk to the Opie and Anthony, and pleasure for me always.
Fuck you! Fuck you! It's the Opie and Anthony FU line. When you feel like telling someone to fuck off and you don't want to do it to their face, call 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1 and give them a healthy, hearty fuck you. Call today.
Fuck you!
Fuck.
Fuck off!
Fuck you, you fuck.
Radio shock jock.
Opie and Anthony.
Here's one that's kind of cute. He would have these. He would get the hookers, the call girls, the prostitutes, the whores, and he would run them down to put them on the train, Amtrak, and like they need more publicity. And he'd run them down to Washington D.C. and they'd check into a beautiful suite. And they'd have the rendezvous at a place called the Mayflower Hotel. See, now that's the difference between a Democratic and a Republican sex scandal. The Republicans have their rendezvous at an airport men's room. That's the whole difference, right? Whoa! There's Paul.
Gotta say it again. Letterman did a great job with the Elliot Spitzer thing. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, if the late night talk shows can't take that and run with it, just get out of the business.
Absolutely. Rich Voss in studio playing the Stress Factory this weekend.
Rich Voss, the Jew. The Jew.
He's shapeshifter.
From dollars.
We were talking about
the
school
shapeshifter.
We were talking about school shootings during the break, and Rich said that that school shooting in West Virginia, and I had to remind him it was Virginia Tech, and he goes, "Well, but it is in West Virginia, Virginia Tech."
Where is Virginia Tech?
Not in West Virginia.
Virginia, I would gather. It's not called West Virginia Tech. I would say Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, Virginia.
Close enough, just one
It's different than West Virginia.
Huh?
You just walk by one state.
Yeah, it's okay. It borders it.
You were close
Nice.
on that one. That's good.
As long as it borders it.
Arlington, Virginia is right outside D.C., right?
Yes.
And the Cinema Draft House, where I am in April, is right outside D.C., too. Then.
Exactly, Rich. Very good. He can sneak him in, though. He doesn't flub those plugs.
He's very sneaky.
Perfect delivery every time.
Yeah. And Bobby, where are you going to be?
I'm actually
Xbox.
No, you're absolutely right, dude.
Were you auditioning for Burly Bear Network?
Oh, God, I hate him today.
So do I. It's a bad day.
I'm promoting my CD and my Comedy Central special. April 4th at 10 p.m., Friday night Comedy Central special airs, and April 8th, the new CD DVD comes out in stores, but not Walmart, Target, or any other little place that they won't have a rated R CDs.
It's amazing.
It sickens me.
That Walmart, I mean, it's the oldest thing in the book, but they sell guns.
And Target, it won't be in Target.
They won't sell It's mind-boggling how they.
Yeah.
They should sell his CD there, because then you'll go buy a gun.
Whoa! Whoa, Rich!
Oh, no!
Coming back!
Thanks, guys. I got to run.
I'm going to leave right
He's
now.
going to leave now.
I know. At least I didn't have to make my record into a CD. Wow. What did it rub off on me? I think he just did magic.
You say boss is so old.
Yeah, he's so old he had a record and he had to get into a CD. Have you heard his CD?
No.
Yes.
Oh, it sounds like it was taped on a train. I'm killing.
First of all, that CD is about 6 years old and nothing but good reviews. That wasn't bad. 6 years. DVD's good. New CD coming out. But I'm proud of you that you have a CD and DVD collection.
Don't get greedy. Make sure it's good.
How on the CD though? How can you tell what kind of chair that you're humping on stage? Do you explain the chair that you're banging? You prop hack act. Shut up. Okay.
Yeah, but this is the problem with him, Jimmy. He's using like a joke from. That was a 10 years ago Bob Kelly joke, you moron. Will you update your jokes? You said I humped his stool.
Shut up. All right,
you still have to lean on something and go, where are you from? Nice shirt. Anyways, you tea-sipping ass.
Listen to me, okay?
I have a baby.
Shut up.
I have kids.
You lose weight and you got to race 20 more minutes.
You stink.
Shut up, John Panette light or heavy. Okay.
That was good. Right. I got to give him credit.
Okay,
that
was
was
a good physical act. But not
what? Oh.
Shut up.
You stink.
I don't stink.
Folks, shut up.
Shut up.
You know, Keith Robinson just retire in Florida. Stupid idiots. Hey, God damn it, folks. God damn it, folks. That should be the name of your tour. Folks, God damn it. Shut up. Just end it. Stop dyeing your hair and tanning.
I've
and
never
just be
dyed my
the
hair.
old Jew that you are. Folks, hey, welcome to the retirement home. Hey, nice. Is that a Hawaiian shirt or you just happy to see me? Bonnie, come here. Come up here with me. Let's do the juggling. Shut up. Get the baby. Let's show them the baby. They like the baby trick. Moron. Humping a stool. You bug me.
I bug you?
You do. I don't like that you're usually on fire. You're like 20 years behind.
Unbelievable.
I was on fire for a second there, but then you took over.
Your CD's on is available on Music Box.
What is that?
Ding, 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 you open it and it plays. That's pretty funny. Come on.
La 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 la, kind of like that.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. Where's the tape?
Hey, let me tell you, we'll be back in a jiff.
Where's Sam? We got some brand new Iron Sheik audio that we want to get on the air before we get out of here. We love the Iron Sheik. He's a mess. He's out of his mind. You can't understand him. You could use that one right. Whatever. Go ahead, Sam. What do we got?
Sam.
Well, the Iron Sheik did a WrestleMania 1 rematch on Raw, and so after the show, they got him to cut a promo for the website. And instead of talking about the match that they asked him about, he started going off on Hulk Hogan and Bob Backlund in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, my God. From like 20 years ago.
Yes.
Is it good?
It's really good.
All right, here we go. Iron Sheik, brand new audio.
These guys actually wanted a rematch? You wanted a rematch with them?
Well, absolutely right. Every intelligent, my wrestling fans, WWE know. 6 years, nobody beat Mr. Bob Backlund. I beat him the most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, New York. And also, I have a son that Hollywood blonde jabroni, Hulk Hogan, come to the World Wrestling Federation or Entertainment. Hulk Hogan, everybody know. If it was not from Sheik, you working some kind of gay bar to you be bouncer. Hulk Hogan, I'll make
Bouncer
you
at a gay bar?
to be Hulk Hogan.
What did
I
he say?
hear him right? He's saying he should be a bouncer at a gay bar?
He said to Hulk Hogan that if it wasn't for the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan would still be a bouncer at a gay bar.
Okay. Thought I heard that.
And then he said, you're watching the Burly Bear Network.
Yeah. Stay right there.
Bye.
Stay
right there.
And also, I'm the real champion at Nicola Tag Team Single Battle Royal to be made to the Hall of Fame WrestleMania number 21 in Los Angeles. And also, if you want to find out about Iron Sheik, you go Alexander Medvedev and Shah Muradov in Russia they're gonna tell you Iran, Aaron Sheikh, Khosrow Vaziri, Nikola Volkov, we always number one, and still we are number one. Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, and Ya Ali.
Said something about Allah.
Wow, what's that about there, Sam?
I don't have a clue, but
Secret, a couple of bases just blew up when he said that.
He also plugged the wrong location for WrestleMania 24.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, it's not in Los Angeles.
Where is it?
Yeah, Orlando.
Ah, Orlando.
Close enough.
That's
Yeah.
right. Would you know a difference from two Iranian cities?
I guess.
No,
I
you
guess
wouldn't.
not.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Michael, how many gold medals you jabroni have? I'm the real champion, not that Hollywood blonde Hulk Hogan or another jabroni. I am the real man.
1971 AAU champion gold medalist.
I'm me. Hulk Hogan, I am the real All-America, not you. Adios.
And he uses Mexican.
Adios.
He uses Spanish at the end.
All over the place.
Adios.
The hell was he babbling about?
Didn't even ask him anything about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
No.
Hulk Hogan, arigato.
And what's he saying? Jabroni? Isn't that like the Rock's? Wasn't that the Rock's?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think the Iron Sheik has taken it,
Just stole it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We have to get him back on the show. It's been a while.
Do we?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to hear that. Let's say hi to Joe in Jersey. Joe, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
How do you do, Joe?
Good morning, Opium and Anthony.
Opium?
He called you Opium because, Mary, they say Miriam, I think, in Arabia. And what do you call it?
Oh, my God. Arabian.
No, you had it right.
Yeah, all right. Well, I wanted to ask Mr. Kelly something. You get nauseous when you play Call of Duty 4? No, I mean, it causes nausea, like games like that and Halo.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
I figured, since you played so much more than Anthony.
Wait, is this a joke?
Yeah, what is he
it's
getting
not.
at?
Actually, you get nauseous. Sometimes I get a little nauseous, and I figured since, Mr. Kelly's kind of prone to nausea.
Well, I'm not shooting other men's buttholes.
I think he's making fun of you.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know.
You're always puking, and then he's trying to tie it in with the Call of Duty 4 thing.
I'm sorry. I tried to help him out with that, but I would have got too serious like I was on Oprah.
These games do make you nauseous?
If you don't play for a couple days and you turn your big 50-inch plasma on, and it's, the guys are life size, the actual way the stuff moves, you'll get sick.
Oh, you play on your TV?
You get a little dizzy.
Yeah, I play on my TV, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xbox hooks up to your TV.
Oh, Xbox.
Looks really good, too. You get widescreen.
It's almost sickening. It's almost,
great.
yeah.
Do they have like a flying thing like that for your TV?
Oh, yeah, they got a few of those games.
Yeah.
That'd be
Pretty
fun.
cool.
What, to fly?
On the TV, I would like to be in a plane.
Yeah, just want to be on a plane. That's all.
Do you want to fly it, or do you just want to be like
Be a passenger. A game called Passenger, where you get in and just sit down and look out the window.
It's by Jimmy Norton, where you get first class and you're the only one in there.
That's right. You see like a little tomato juice, the bottom of the tomato juice cup coming up to the lip.
Yeah,
like
it's action-packed.
True gentleman's beverage.
Kenny's
get up and go to the bathroom.
Kenny's in 14C, the exit row.
You pan around and just see Kenny's mouth open. His snore. Oof. Passenger.
He collects ketchup. That's how you win the game. Kenny has to collect ketchup on the plane.
Wow,
Yes.
time flew right by.
That's right.
Happened.
He gets some marmalade. He knocks you back to start.
I wanted to hear more of Bob Kelly.
No, that's all we can play over here. The other stuff's dirty.
Oh, good.
Dirty stuff.
Very dirty.
Hey, tomorrow we have a great guest coming in who hopefully won't stand us up. I'm sure because his people are a lot better than the just douches around Meatloaf. Tomorrow, Michael K. Williams.
Omar from The Wire. Get out of here.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey, folks, also remember your favorite sports team doesn't win every game. Okay.
Okay. So that's an analogy to the fact
Stress
that
Factory.
you suck.
Don't call yourself.
Yes. April 8th, new DVD,
Holy Jesus.
CD.
Is Kinky Couple a live camera? Is that a live cam?
Is that where you've
On
been the last
Paltalk?
20 minutes?
No! Hey, I know it's blown up full size on your monitor. You're looking.
These guys are riffing, and I'm like, wow, I had somewhere else for the last 20 minutes.
No, I was yapping good. I was slamming Bob good.
I'm just watching the tub scene from The Shining.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here and go over to XM Satellite Radio. Right. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks.
Oh,
I think I saw boom.
Oh, my God.
God damn.
Whip 'em out Wednesday. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
Wednesday.
Oh my God.
B-double-O-B. Boom.
There's a lovely young lady showing her breasts.
Food.
Naked. Chuck 'em.
Girls all over the country flashing their lovely boobs.
Guess how many boobs I saw today?
Cans? I don't have those.
You are spectacular.
Wednesday.
Here we are, XM Satellite Radio. Bob Kelly, Rich Voss have made the walk. Where else were you going to go, right, Rich?
This is it, man.
This is it.
This is it, man.
Isn't this great? Make it sound like that's the place to be.
Very, very nice. We got more Bob Kelly audio we can play.
That's it.
You want to hear some more Bob Kelly?
Who doesn't?
We also
This is gold.
College students.
we also were turned on to some more awful Meatloaf audio. This is a quickie.
Oh, beautiful.
Might be a good way to start the show, and then we'll move
Absolutely.
on to more Bob Kelly audio. We got Bob Kelly acting that we got to get to.
From Meatloaf to Meathead.
Get it?
Bob,
Get it?
call me a kidder.
Meatloaf. One of the listeners turned us on to this. He kind of stood us up today.
Not kind of. That fucking fuck him and fuck those fucking PR people that fucking douched us. I couldn't say that on CBS that way, but fuck them,
Fuck them in the shitter.
motherfuckers.
What happened? We were kind of doing him a favor too. That's
He did this dog shit documentary, this fucking tedious nonsense. The big thing was the camera crews were watching him because he was going to be doing a DVD in Canada. It's a whole who gives a fuck
big
thing.
build up to his big DVD.
Who gave a shit? And the critics were attacking him because he does this fucking campy Paradise by the Dashboard Lights reenactment with the girl who's way too young to be doing it with. And it's just gross. And it's embarrassing. And it's like, dude, you're trying to be like fucking, what are you doing? You're wearing a football jersey. You look like an asshole. He looked like a fucking asshole.
Was he in today? Did he
no,
come
he was
in?
supposed to come in today. We were going to talk about his. I'm kind of glad he didn't, because what would I have said about this?
I'm looking.
No, just show Bob Kelly and Rich Voss the pictures because, Meatloaf ages like a motherfucker and the girl has stayed the same age. What happened?
Nothing. It's E-Rock had pulled those pictures up, right?
Yeah.
I'll find, because I need the name of the girl. So
Yeah.
Her name is.
What are we laughing
Aspen
at? I'm
Miller.
confused.
No, I was
Aspen
laughing because
Miller.
Dan was like, E-Rock picked those up, those pictures. It's hard to find the pictures.
She's really a pretty girl, and she's a great singer. But it was a whole gives a shit thing. And Meatloaf just comes off looking like a hypochondriac and a fucking prima donna.
But now that he's 60 or close to 60,
He's almost 60.
The chick should be about 30. It's still
30? She should be in her 50s.
Well, but I'm being polite. I mean, the girl he's using is barely 20.
What's the matter? Why'd you hire this chick? Wasn't fucking B. Arthur available? You asshole. You fucking pompous asshole mistreating your camera crew. That fucking shitty Who Cares documentary. Oh, what's gonna happen? Will he quiet the critics? Don't waste your money. He quiets them by putting on a fucking wig. It's so embarrassing. He has to wear a wig so it looks like a retro tribute to that shitty fucking tuxedo video he did in the 1970s.
Which it still probably doesn't look like because he's just a a slob.
Of course he is, and he has hair like Valerie Bertinelli in it, and
the wig.
It's fucking horrendous. Look at that. It looks like John Candy right before he died.
Oh, look at the size of him.
He has the balls.
He looks like Nathan Two Lanes.
He's wearing a vest. He's got a buttoned vest on.
Holy shit! Hey, it's fucking Hitchcock singing to a hot chick. What the fuck? And
these pictures aren't as bad because those are a little older.
No, you got to see.
You got to see the new one where he looks like your dad in a football jersey.
He's wearing the sports jersey, like that groveling fucking move every place they go. There it is. Look at this one.
Oh, this one is the best one.
Here it is.
The collared shirt under a sports jersey.
Look, she's still the same age from the 70s, and he's pushing 60.
It's fucking horrendous.
He's got a stupid football jersey on.
Just what
What's he doing?
Just dad going to the high school game.
Look at him.
Holy
Look
shit.
at that fucking Tom Arnold creep with his awful pants. His fucking, what kind of fucking rock star wears a fucking Chargers jersey with a collared shirt outside of it, you jizz bucket?
And she looks like Punky Brewster.
The little white boots.
Kind of hot.
Oh, she's very sexy.
A hot Punky Brewster.
She's sexy, but they have to do a little makeout. And it creeped people out so badly. Their fucking campy, awful reenactment.
It's like a father yelling at his daughter
That is
instead
exactly what it looks like.
instead of
Why, he makes out with her?
Yeah, but it's just gross and uncomfortable.
with her Dorothy Hamill hair.
Oh, Jesus.
And they have to do a kiss, but the critics trashed him so bad.
Mm-hmm.
That,
oh God, this is it.
Wait,
here it is.
Look at that! Look at his sweaty head. His breath is probably awful because he's been fucking drinking Red Bull and singing. Fucking old man breath.
Red Bull and
medicine
cheese
breath.
sandwiches.
Meatloaf again?
Yeah.
His breath like Tums. Fucking old antacid breath. Fucking rotten, sweaty brow. Oh, as he gives me the fucking
he's
creep.
just sweating all over that.
I'm happy. I think we're turning the corner here because for a while we were worried about trashing people because we're trying to get more guests on our show. But at this point, you got to say fuck them.
And he looks like he just walked out of OTB before he kissed her, just beaten down, fat old man.
It's it looks like Colin Quinn making out with a chick.
Yeah.
And fucking here's the people.
You know,
Here's the PR people. John Murphy, MurphyPR.com. Maybe you guys know John Murphy, or Marley Wilson from Voom PR. Which, I mean, how Voom PR?
Is it Voom, VR?
Yeah, the sound a little car makes when a child... No, Voom, V-O-O-M.
Oh, V-O-O-M.
Yeah, and...
because I've heard of Vroom.
They're the ones who did the... they're the ones who did this, Voom Media. And good not to fucking have them come on a nationally syndicated radio show that's on in 2 countries and replays. You fucking dummies. You fucking dumb motherfuckers.
And what was the excuse why I didn't come on? Can I ask?
Well, there was a scheduling glitch. He was never technically confirmed. Really? Is that why you gave us 2 copies of the movie, you shit dicks?
2 copies of it. We promoted it.
We promoted that he was coming in. And then they go, no, he was never really confirmed for today. Turns out he's not doing any press for today. They say he's got meetings all day. Really? At 8 in the morning he has meetings? Do you think I'm a fucking dummy?
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have meetings.
With a district attorney.
Why would I ask that? Why would I ask that?
So where do we direct all this anger to? We have pests out there. We didn't even ask them, but the pests have attacked the Boston Herald Online website and shut the damn thing down.
Well, I would never
just because we were making fun of the fat manatees up there.
I wouldn't say go to MurphyPR.com and attack them. I would only say to email John Murphy or maybe Marley Wilson at Voom PR. If you know them and if maybe you think that you have a rational explanation for what happened, and maybe they would contact you. You know, I would never ask anybody to write inappropriate emails.
No.
Only if, again, maybe we have a lot of listeners.
Mm-hmm.
So if one of you guys knows them, you might go, oh, this happens frequently. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you asking for the intelligent branch of the pest organization to take this one on?
Yes, really serious emails only.
Only if you know them or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need junk emails. But the bottom line is they fucked us. And I called John Murphy yesterday myself because I'm like, we always beat these guys up. We never talk to them. And he's like, oh, no, it was never confirmed. And
you talked to John Murphy?
Yes, I did. And I'm like, well, just so you know, we're going to deal with it on the air tomorrow. He goes, I know you're bummed. I go, no, we're not bummed. We're furious.
We've had it.
We've had
Tired of being shit on.
We're tired of it.
Especially a meatloaf-sized shit.
I know.
It's giant.
Exactly.
Dinosaur.
Fucking big, giant, thick, like a fire plug log.
It's pathetic that we were blown off by Meatloaf.
Especially since he didn't if he turned up on Regis.
We thought it might be a good little thing to check out.
I'm sure he'd be a good interview. The guy was at the Parkland Memorial Hospital when fucking Jackie got out of the car.
Yeah.
He saw Governor Connolly get out of the car.
In Dallas?
Yes.
What was he doing down there?
He lived down there. He's from Dallas.
And he was in the hospital doing what?
Hopefully
Getting
he was in
a
book
stomach
depository.
stapling?
It's a book depository, like a fucking cockroach eating the glue that holds the books together. Fucking, and it annoys me. The only reason I attacked him so hard today is because his people knew, by the way, that we had been promoting this. It got back to his people, and they still didn't have him come on. So fuck him and fuck them. As a performer, if I knew a national radio show had promoted me and stuff like that, and there was a mix-up, that was because of the fucking cocksucker PR people who don't give a fuck. They'll just overbook them and then go, oh, sorry, and they'll cut out what they think is the weakest link. So sorry you consider the Opie and Anthony show the weakest link, you fucks.
Yeah.
Fucking liars.
Let's all just fuck meat now.
Ooh. Fuck a meatloaf.
Fuck a meat.
That's it. We'll make a meatloaf,
Let's just
drill
get
a
some
hole
meat
in it.
and just start fucking it and send the pictures to them.
The first time I fucked meat.
This was sent in by a listener. Meatloaf on the Today Show. First 30 seconds, whatever, but it's the end of I Would Do Anything for Love. Listen to the weirdness in his voice.
He went from his song to backup on his song.
What the fuck was that?
Jimmy, I got to ask you something. Josh from Rochester. Oops, I just accidentally attached a photo of a gaping ass with a pile of dicks in it to John Murphy. I was just trying to send an inquiry as to why Meatloaf couldn't come on the show. Could you apologize on air for me so no one else makes this mistake?
Yeah.
That would be bad, right, Jimmy?
Yo, yeah,
We
absolutely.
apologize for that.
I think these publicists, they need to realize that we have a huge, faithful audience. And then maybe we won't be blown off as much as we are.
No, nothing. This is my questions before. The questions I asked before, I was just wondering if the people in Pal Talk had to listen to those questions and thought they were fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the ending of I Would Do Anything for Love.
Sooner or later, you'll be screwing around.
I won't do that. No, I won't do that.
It's like the Roman Polanski story.
For love. Oh, I would do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. No, I won't do
The girl is hot.
That's Spitzer's song to his wife today.
He's wearing a vest and a big dumb scarf. Stop those fucking jowls from flopping outdoors.
She should get an Academy Award for the acting she was doing on that stage. Oh, my
You're right.
God. She's looking in his eyes with lust. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, she was. She's hot, too.
She's calling the wedding band back now to go to them. Get it?
Hey, why don't you hand me over the post there, Rich? Make yourself useful. Thank you. Bobby.
Yes, sir.
So there's the picture of one of the girls Elliot Spitzer
How is that,
allegedly
right?
It's worth
was with.
4,000.
This isn't the one that from the latest
From the
rendezvous. Yes, this is a girl called Sienna. What do you think?
She's smoking.
Would you ruin your life for that?
I have.
You have.
No, I would. I've got caught cheating, man. Let me tell you something. It's when you come home and the door isn't open. When you go to grab that door handle and it's locked.
Yeah.
You're like, your heart. When you go, every night you come home, that door's open. You open it up, hey. And then that one night where you're like, oh, God. And then you go to open it and it chunk. And then you hear, it's like 5 in the morning, you hear the elevator go ding because the door's just opened.
Oh, boy.
I'm telling you something, men, though, it's weird because we immediately go, a woman who gets caught cheating falls apart. A man, we immediately just go, whatever we have to say or do, we defend ourselves. It's like, you know what? I was molested.
Does that work?
Yeah, an hour ago by that chick. Oh, shit, put the hat on, kid.
Oh, yeah, swim walk. There's no defense when you're, it doesn't, what are you going to say?
Oh, you
have to just, you walk away.
Even nuts.
You got to Elliot
going
Spitzer
like
the
this,
whole thing.
I did it. Picture what he did. An hour before that press conference, he went up to his wife and said, look, this is what happened. I'm going. And you know who else did that? The gay guy, the gay governor, walked up to his wife like an hour before and just said, having a press conference.
Love the cock.
Press conference and I'm gay. Let's go.
I don't even think he told her ahead of time because the look on the stage.
Yeah, she says she wasn't told until right there on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know
what? The look is like
yeah.
what? What the fuck?
You got to compare yourself to. I mean, would you rather have your husband cheating with a hot chick or some dude? Some
what would a chick like?
Would you rather your wife be cheating with a guy or a girl?
I wouldn't mind my wife actually cheating with somebody who looks like me.
Really?
Yeah, if he looked like me, I would be like, yeah, a seahorse. Sorry,
Bob.
No, it was a good one, Jimmy.
Jackie Coogan's dead.
I wouldn't mind if she cheated with a guy who looked like me, and he came over and cooked up some plankton.
Why would she go from a 2 to a 2?
Fuck, you ruined all the
that
fucking fun.
Bad. What the fuck?
Could you hand over the Daily News too, please?
There you go.
Let me tell you something.
Thank you.
Have you ever got caught? Anybody? Have you gotten caught cheating? You ever get caught cheating?
No.
Never.
Technically, no.
You never got red-handed caught.
How'd you get caught, by the way?
This is a long time ago. Just let me say that, a long, long time ago. But I'm telling you, the technology is the worst thing in the world for sex. It's just the worst thing in the world because you know the photos and the emails and the stuff like that. It's just.
I don't cheat though. I didn't cheat.
Yeah, why'd you have to cheat?
I wasn't like a cheater
Bobby?
guy,
well,
so
dude,
it wasn't like something I had to.
There's two forms of cheating. There's cheating with a girl, holding her hand, telling her you like her, kissing her, taking her to dinner, taking her to movies. And then there's the massage parlors, getting hookers and being addicted, trying to fill a gaping hole in your loneliness because you didn't have a father.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
I never really cheated the emotional way, where it was like, look, I met another girl who I like her.
Right.
I didn't want to hold hands. I didn't want to take her to the park and watch birds and shit.
And to you, there's a distinction between the two.
Absolutely. If a girl cheats on you, she's not cheating on you to get dick. She's cheating on you because there's something about that guy that she likes.
What if it is though, just to get dick or to be in a relationship? What's worse to you?
What do you mean?
If your chick decided to cheat.
For dick?
Just for dick.
Right.
Or for kind of because, she likes the guy. And
Dick.
Dick
It's the
is
reverse.
worse?
It's the reverse for women, though. It's the reverse. A dick is, your chick is fucking just wanted some dick. Ugh. I'd so rather like she found something emotionally attractive to the guy, like he was nicer or treated her better or something emotional. Rather than just, I want a fat cock in me.
And the guys, it's the other way around.
It's the other way around. And
right.
it's like when you want, like I was watching this scene it was like a rape scene. And I'm watching it. It's in some movie, and I'm getting hard. I'm watching it like, oh shit. But I'm also keeping my eye on my girl as she's watching it, because if she doesn't like it, like I can't show her that this is turning me on. I'm like, ugh, oh my god, this is terrible. But I'm trying to fucking not fill up fully. But I'm also watching her to see if she's into it, because it's like, if you're into it, you're a fucking whore. Why would you like what I like?
Wow.
If you like what I like, you're a fucking...
Because there's some woman being ravaged by some guy she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Just getting dicked. And you have to sit there.
Yeah, I'm watching her. If she's like, oh, you know, it's kind of hot, I'd be like, you fucking dirty whore, beat it. You know?
Wow.
But the thing is when you do get caught cheating, you immediately have to really say to her, look, I did this not because of you, not because it's because of me. I'm trying to fucking help. I don't know. I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Cliche fucking excuse for cheating. Yeah. It's me. It's not you.
That's the same when they break up with you. It's not you. It's me.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, you gotta look, man, and you gotta say you have to fucking stick up for yourself. You have to stick up for yourself. You have to say, look, fucking, you know, I don't know. I got to get help.
Does that shit work?
If you don't want to stay with me, I get it. I understand. But look, you know, yeah. I mean,
and then why are you staying with someone you're cheating on?
Like I said before, if it's an emotional cheat, if you just met another hot chick who you really like and you're done with this fucking broad, you're like, good, thank you, finally you get me. But if you really like a girl, this guy.
But if you really like her, you wouldn't be like.
This guy didn't cheat because he fucking likes hookers. He cheated. I was trying to tell my wife this last night. He cheated because she didn't keep up her fucking end of the bargain. Honey, I need to call your cell phone a couple times and you not pick up and have me go, where the fuck is she? Is she fucking somebody? Why didn't you pick up your phone? I need to be jealous. You need to keep me on my fucking toes. I need to call up and go, where the fuck were you? Well, I was with my friends. Well, you leave your fucking cell phone on. When I call you at late at night and you don't pick up the fucking house phone and you don't pick up the cell, I want to know where the fuck you are.
So he's the governor of New York. He's supposed to act like Jake LaMotta. What's the matter with you?
I'm just saying.
Why did you fuck them? Why did you fuck the House of Representatives?
You suck his cock?
Yeah. You suck Mario Cuomo's cock? I sucked his fucking cock and it's bigger than yours. Bob, the thing is, I know what you mean.
You have to. I'm saying you have to be jealous. You need to be jealous. If you don't give a fuck,
and they got to be dirty and fuck you right.
And they got to listen. They have to keep up their end. They have to keep in shape. You have to keep fucking. If you shave your pussy and your armpits, your legs, and you do your toenails, keep that shit up.
When are you going to keep up your end?
We don't. That's the best part of fucking about being a man. We get to go bald, get tits, hair on my ass. I got fucking.
Oh my god!
I got skin tags under my armpit. I had removed yesterday.
Oh wow!
Just fleshy skin tags. I mean, but because what women do is they get fucking pregnant, they have a couple kids, and they say fuck it, and then all of a sudden they start cutting their hair. Do you ever notice around 50 women just say they stop dyeing it?
We've talked about that. They start looking like your best friend, man.
Yeah, no, they look like they pitched for the Yankees in 1978. They part their hair down the side. Fucking cunts. I told I won't let my wife cut her hair. It's like, you're not cutting your hair. I don't mind the gray and stuff like that, but you're not cutting your hair to look like fucking, Maude. It's not happening.
Well, but they cut their hair because they say it's easier to take care of their body.
Right,
it's so easy. It's easy.
My mother used to wash old women's hair and, old women's hair. And what happens is they get it done. After a while, they just get it done because they don't want to shower. They don't want to fucking shower anymore. Yeah. They just want to get their hair done. They don't touch it for like 2 weeks.
They go to the parlor.
Right.
They get their hair in a big bouffant.
And they have to actually, she had to clean these fucking women's hair with Palmolive. It's the only thing that would get the grease out of their scalp.
Dish soap.
Palmolive they use to wash old ladies' hair.
And they wonder why their husbands are out. And Elliot Spitzer's wife was in a no-win situation because she can't look as hot as those young chicks. Sometimes guys just want to fuck hot young girl. I mean, there's no woman can compete with the chick on the cover of the Post unless she's a total dom and she's got him so emotionally, sexually satisfied. But man, once you pump out 3 kids, there's no way he's not going to want to fuck that chick.
A man that a man that's married
has the wife and the kids, is making a sacrifice by being faithful to his wife and family. There's a sacrifice being made because he wants to fuck the girls that Elliot Spitzer has been fucking.
You know what?
But you have to sit back and go, wait a minute. I'm married. I took these vows, blah, blah, blah. But it's not like it isn't in their head. They want to fuck that.
But he wants his... No. Let me tell you something.
No?
If he's not fucking... But he's paying some fucking girl to jerk him off. He's just coming. He's not fucking. It's an hour. She's fucking having a fucking thing of peanuts out of the minibar, and then she's gone. He's busting his nut. Gone. Now he's going to work. He's going home, spending time with his family, doing all the shit.
But you're not supposed to do that.
But that has nothing to do with how your wife looks. Either you're going to do it or not do it.
Yes, it does.
No, I don't think so.
It does have a lot to do with how your wife looks.
A lot of it has to do with what other void you're filling, what addiction you're swapping.
No, there's no addiction. Look, don't turn this into addiction. It's called being a guy.
Yeah.
Guys fucking look at hot girls and they're attracted to them.
He's right.
Some are attracted to the point that they want to have sex with them and take all their other responsibilities and commitments and vows and trust and everything and throw it out the fucking window and fuck. Other ones can sit there and want to fuck. They want to fuck just as bad as the guys that fuck. But they sit there and go, look, I gotta just not do this.
It's called being mature.
It's yes. Yes, there are many words for it. Mature is another one, yeah.
There is a decision that you make where it's like, you know what? Yeah. I'm not going to do this. And it's a choice. I'm going to be with this girl and whatever the fuck it is, I'm going to stay with her and I'm not going to cheat. In my case, I understand what Voss is saying, though. Look, you're going to a massage parlor at 2 in the morning and you can get a hand job by getting a massage and a hand job. It's affection, and it's that touch.
It's a high.
It's a high that somebody's touching you.
Instant gratification.
But
That's
it's
what
the fact that even every time I went to a massage parlor, in my head, I pretended like I didn't know what she was going to do.
Yeah, always. It was a seduction.
Holy fuck.
She would touch my dick, and I would go like,
be there.
I would go. It was good. She would touch my dick, and I go. She goes, you like? I don't know. I get.
You do that?
Yeah. I would act out shy.
Yeah, I the same thing. Like when they fucking brush up against your ass, you push your ass back. What's better?
Dude, I got on all fours one time, and she slapped my ass and says, no, get back down.
What's better than the massage on the back of your leg when the finger brushes the balls?
Dude, but it's 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
The 45 minutes in, she hasn't touched anything. I actually position my hog so that when I get hard, it will stick out between my legs.
I've done that where it points back between your legs.
Yeah,
I've done that too.
So when
they have to touch it.
They have one of those dirty Asian fingernails, great. And all of a sudden, she'll be doing your bum, she'll be doing your hamstring, and then all of a sudden it does. It just grazes up your cock, touches your nut, and goes up through your asshole, and you're like, oh my God. It's one of the best feelings I've ever felt sexually in my life. And it's just a fucking nick of your nut. A nick of my nut. And I'm like, oh my God. And I just can't wait for her to do it again.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unfucking believable. And then they get you so fucking... And then she'll go down to your feet and then come back up and then keep doing it.
Hey.
What?
Back up here. It's like, hey, come on. What are you doing at the feet?
That's the best part, though, is that she'll go away and you're like, please touch. And you don't say it. Verbally, you don't say it because in my head, she's not supposed to touch mine. I'm getting a regular massage. She just touched my nut by accident. You know what I mean? Oh, my God.
I love this one, too. This is what I do, too. And they're like, you have any areas you need worked on? I always go, well, you know what? I've been doing this treadmill and stuff like that, and the back of my legs gets really sore.
I fucking do that every time.
It gets her up in that area, but you're not saying touching my upper thighs by my asshole and balls.
I went to one. This cunt rung me up for 3 hours. I went in for a half hour. She did like one part of my body every hour. Finally got down to my fucking legs. And I was like, yeah, my hamstrings. I think I told her about my knee. I was in my knee. I hurt my knee.
Tuck my basket of fruit here between my legs so you could fucking brush it.
You don't get uncomfortable with them touching you? Just touching
don't even
you?
Don't acknowledge that you heard a noise.
Yeah.
What? Oh my God! Are you the angel on my shoulder? Fuckface?
No, Jackie. I mean, there's nothing wrong with
What
some.
show are we on? What the fuck are we on? Regis and Kelly? No,
there's
I've
nothing
never
wrong.
felt like
no,
shit.
No, listen to me. You're wrong. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with you go in and get a quick hand job or something,
Right.
but them touching your fucking massaging and all that bullshit, that's fucking...
Dude, let me tell you something.
You smoked. You put tar on your lungs and you're worried someone's hands are on your back. What's
Rich,
the matter with you?
don't worry. Bonnie's not.
You suck
No,
dicks.
I
Bonnie's
just
not
never...
listening
That's
right now.
different.
Relax.
That's different. That's not...
Hey, you had short shorts for fucking heroin, faggot.
Trying to turn on your drug dealer.
Yeah, you don't understand where they're coming from, but yeah, exactly. Short shorts for drugs.
And when they start actually rubbing all this is my favorite part, is when they finally just go and grab it. They grab it from underneath, so you're still in your stomach, and they'll grab your cock from underneath and just stroke it a couple times, and it's half full. So it's still bent backwards. And then I always get up on my knees and raise my. I always get up on my knees and raise my ass.
Fucking animal.
The visuals make me laugh.
Oh,
Man.
I always get up on my knees, raise my ass, and then they just start jerking it, and then they'll tap your ass, and then roll over, and you just fucking rock hard.
Dude, there was one girl who used to do this to me, and I know you've had your asshole spitted.
Yeah.
She would spit in my asshole, but then she started sucking my cock like she was actually blowing me, and I would be on my hands and knees, and she'd have the cock bent back, and she'd be sucking it from the back, and she had a sloppy, wet mouth, and she would always say something like, how much she likes sucking my meat pole and my fuck stick.
Wow.
She'd be like, you got a nice piece of meat. She was so fucking dirty. She never fucked me, though.
I used to have an 18-year-old, and the only thing I wouldn't fuck her because she was so young. I just
What a guy.
but
just the opposite word.
This is how
Why
weird.
I wouldn't fuck her.
This is how weird I am. I wouldn't fuck her, but the only thing she would do is blow me from behind, like that, with my cock like pulled behind me, and eat my ass.
Massage girl?
No, regular chick. Dude. I would. You know who I'm talking about. I used to have her wash my ass in the shower and blow me from behind and fucking eat my ass.
Wait, was it
Eat your ass in the shower?
Huh?
Was it sock on the wall?
No. It was
a bar thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was sexy.
Let me tell you something, dude.
What
it
a
was
fucking slob.
What a fucking God.
I
always
got
wanted to fuck her.
I got to get to the phones. We're losing them. One guy that said, "Look, not every guy wants to cheat. He wanted to get in on this."
Yeah, fuck that. I hope his car hit a pole and he couldn't.
And then you got Dana. Dana.
Hey, morning, guys.
Oh, Dana.
How are you, girl's name?
Thanks, Jimmy. I'll see you tomorrow night here in Minneapolis.
I apologize, sir.
Oh.
Saturday.
I can't wait for the show.
Thank you, man.
You guys are missing something fundamentally important that a guy who doesn't want to cheat, there's something wrong with him genetically because it's in our genes to want to procreate with young, sexy girls.
Heard that shit. You got a
propagate
fucking
the
free
species.
will. You got free will and a mind.
Well, that's why you
It's
don't
not this
cheat.
instinct thing. Yeah.
No, it is though, because look.
All right, Gene Simmons.
Hold on, dude. No. Hold on. He's right though, because look at every animal in the kingdom. It is the males vying for the right to mate.
Yeah.
Every animal. So we're no different, but we have the conscience that says don't do it. It's not right.
We
but-
have like this divine spark.
Yeah, it's called divorce lawyers. Fucking
And women are nesters. They want the one they think is right for their entire life, and that's why
Yes.
these women stick with their men,
You're right.
like Spitzer's wife, potentially, and Clinton, and, any other woman.
I think it's because the nest is full of fucking money.
Yeah, the
To
nest
tell you the
is
truth.
made with money.
Yeah, it's not like if Elliot Spitzer was some fucking construction worker.
Not with that
a
name, he
tin
wouldn't be.
knocker.
I'll
Yeah,
say
that's
one
true.
thing. Spitzer's wife
The
probably
head of the building company.
Spitzer's wife probably does love him. Hillary Clinton, you can never bring. She is a fucking methodical twat who would not. If she dumped Bill, her political career would be over.
Yeah.
She'd be a fucking just a housewife. She stayed with him. He cheated on her. He's been cheating on her from college. Okay, he cheated on her when he was a governor. He used to have special people in his office. When she came in the front door, the chicks would be out the back. She's known about it.
Stadies would bring the girls in.
Exactly. She knows that he's a piece of shit, and he's been cheated on. I think it was 3 times he got caught in the while he was the fucking president of the United States of America. This cocksucker just went, "I'm sorry." And she stood by her fucking man. Fuck her. She knew what she was doing. She wanted to be fucking president someday or vice president. She stuck by that fucking big-nosed asshole so she could have that. It had nothing to do with love and family. It takes a village. A village of whores that your husband fucked in the office.
Alone in the apartment. This is alone in the apartment. The 2 dogs are looking at him like, we don't. We're fucking not even the same species, you boring asshole. And this is what he's done. She
Pontificating.
He just wants to be in front of a fucking audience where they go, God, that was right.
I have a mirror in front of my fireplace that I rehearse in.
Dude, she stayed with him. His fingers are pointing. She fucking knew. And meanwhile, he's holding his shit in. Like, he has the shit, but he's sucking it back in. And she knew.
Let's go to Matt in New Mexico. Matt, what's up?
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Can't wait to see you this Friday night.
In Denver?
Denver.
Oh, thank
yeah.
you, buddy. Gothic Theater.
You know, the first thing I think of when I hear about this Elliot Spitzer things is what was his wife not doing anymore? Because if your wife is hot and she keeps herself in shape and she acts out your every fantasy, no man in the world is going to cheat.
Well,
no
yeah, that's
way.
different.
Why would he risk losing it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. We said that earlier, that she stopped getting sloppy somewhere along the line.
Yeah, she stopped spitting on his cock.
She stopped doing it, and it's important to for you. I told my wife last night, you have to keep up your end of the deal. What you're bringing in right now that I'm agreeing to be with, you have to keep that up.
Meanwhile, his end of the deal has collapsed fucking 3 years ago.
Oh, that was
Bob's
so
a fucking. She's hot. She fucking looks good as girl. Bob's a mess.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, X-Men body.
I know I'm horrible.
What do you? But you're talking like you're a personal trainer, you mushy asshole.
I know I'm mushy, but I'm not.
Came out of an apple and fucking met your girl.
But I'm not warning chicks. Now, honey, you better keep up your end of the bargain, or this might mosey off. Really, King Tut from Batman? What are you gonna do? Where the fuck are you going?
You should be.
She could shit in the floor and say clean it, and you would. You're not gonna leave her. You can't.
You should be warning chicks. There should be a warning.
Trust me. Make me wear a condom, because I'll lie to your face.
I'm saying that a man, though, there's something about a man that even the older we get sexier, and we're always in the position of power because we're going out, we're earning, we're making the money, we're working our asses off. This guy's a very powerful man. Women love power. Women are. It doesn't matter what you look like with a guy. If you're powerful, if you know, like we're funny, I can get a chick because I'm funny. I can still be fat and bang chicks just because I'm funny and I'm on stage. You know, my wife. You know, a woman doesn't do that. A woman's not. My wife's not going to go out and fucking just meet. Hey, what's going on? And do a set somewhere. She has to be hot. She has to be hot. She has to know how to fuck. She has to know how to suck dick.
That's not true. Any girl can go out and get fucked. She doesn't have to have a talent.
Yeah, but
right?
you can go and get fucked, but you're not going to meet somebody. Not every girl's going to go out and meet a guy that will want to be with her forever. A guy will fuck you, but then go, look, I'm done with you, you fucking creepy
And you
chick.
think these girls you pick up after a show want to be with you forever? Same thing. They're just fucking you.
Yes, a lot of these fucking girls would they're looking for, they want to be with you. They want you to be their man. When you fuck a chick as a guy, you're not looking for her to be your chick. When a woman fucks you, I believe that she is looking like there's
Most
potential.
of the time they want you as...
You're their guy.
Yeah.
As he's saying this, he has toast crumbs
on the front of his sweatshirt. That's awesome.
He's got crumbs all over him.
Let's be specific. It's wheat toast.
Mike Fresno, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to say I really agree with Jimmy. I mean, I'm kind of into some of the same kind of little freaky shit that he is. And my wife, we both put on a lot of weight. We've been married 7 years, but she still satisfies me emotionally, sexually. She's a freak.
Yep.
She does all that crazy shit I like, and then as soon as we get out of bed, she takes care of my 4-year-old daughter, goes off and be the school teacher, and later on at night, she gets freaky again. So that's why I don't cheat. I still want to fuck young girls in my head.
Sure.
But I just think about how freaky my wife is. No 18-year-old girl's going to, you know, do some of those freaky shit I like. That I've
Like
been
what?
for the past
Like
7
what?
years.
Yeah, what's your freaky stuff?
Tell me something.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I like the way my wife licks my ass. My wife's sitting on my face, and she's got a little yellow treat. So I kind of like that kind of stuff.
I like a girl to tell me. I like a girl to tell me to smell her ass. Like as long as it's got like a nice ass, sexy smell. Like smell it. God, smell it. Okay.
I love how Jimmy has to bring his voice down when he starts talking perversion.
You know, Bobby knows.
You know, I like this is what I like. Let me tell you what I like.
Well, you know, it really is on the chick to actually keep her shit together. And sexually, I mean, if your chicks, you know, like you like I talked to my girl about it. It's like we have to get a little dirtier because she wants me to be more loving sexually. Mm-hmm. You know, she wants me to go from fucking craziness to loving. It's like, you know what? You have to come a little my way too. You have to do some freaky shit that I like. I'll try to, you know, we'll have sex a little more. We'll do a little more cuddling or intimacy, whatever the fuck you want that way. But you got to be a little freaky too. Get a couple outfits, get a backpack and a lollipop, and get a fucking a fucking nurse's outfit or whatever you got to do to keep up my end of the bargain, your end of the bargain.
All right, one more. Mike in New York, what's up?
Yo, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
Basically, Chris Rock said it best. A man is as faithful as his option.
It's brilliant.
You could be as loyal as you want, but you have a little girl, like a little hot girl coming to you at a bar. She wants to do you. Tough to turn down, you know?
Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Look at all the guys in relationships going, yeah, huh.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want to say, first of all, you don't have to cheat. I don't cheat on my chick. I fucking love being with my chick. There's nothing wrong with being with the chick and being with her and not cheating on her, making like free will, like you said, it's your choice. Yeah. That's fine. I'm in that too, but you have to. There is. I mean, look, I download porn on the fucking internet. She comes home.
That's different.
And I'll have nasty shit up. Like, she came home one day. I had fucking squeal like a pig on my computer.
It was your face.
Oh! Yeah, you were just updating your website.
Damn.
Did you say damn? What are you, a black fucking chick?
Damn. So why did he?
Oh, he said squeal. I thought he said eat.
I'm glad that Norton just saved you from a bomb. Go ahead.
What did you say?
Come on, Rich. What was it?
I got it out. I said,
what'd you say? You got another one. Let's go. What is it? Yeah.
Be shy. It's probably
it's so weird because any girl I ever went out with, I always wanted to bang someone else. But there's times in your life where you're content and you don't want to.
But ever since I met Bonnie,
no, I'm not
me and Bonnie are just the ultimate couple.
It's also where you are in your life.
Power couple. Bonnie's listening right now, so I better say this.
Yeah. It's where you're at in your life because you got to consider that what I've done in my lifetime sexually since I got sober, I did replace drugs and alcohol with sex and food. Once I found out. Once I found out, that you could do this stuff, I can just go fucking bang broads. But there's a point in life where you're like, I've done everything.
You're
I've done
a food
everything.
slut.
Yeah, but see, that's why I said to you earlier, you were just transferring addictions, and you said no.
I didn't say no.
I said that it's not an addiction to cheat.
No, it's not. It's a void you're filling. And when you can transfer it, when you're doing drugs or alcohol, you're filling a void.
If you're
and you could do the same with that.
But
sex.
if you're a married guy,
but sometimes
with
not
kids, then you have a void. There's a void. There's a void to be filled for everybody. If you're a married guy like Elliot Spitzer, your wife is getting a little up there. You got 3 kids and a lot of responsibility. The fucking hole you want to fill is that blonde on the cover of the fucking Post.
Yeah, man, there is a normal side to that, too, where addictive sexual behaviors like me, when I'll zone out for 4 hours and jerk off with my dick limp just to do it.
Yeah,
that's sickness.
Yeah, just pre-sem dripping on the floor for an hour and a half.
God damn.
You don't understand? It's like yanking a piggy tail. My fucking dick is limp.
Like a drippy faucet.
But when you're just banging a fucking hot chick like that, it's normal.
Yeah.
You're 50, though. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you have a younger wife, an attractive wife who you like. It's different. If you met her 20 years ago, you might have cheated because you were still on that dirtbag stage.
I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying it's right. And I'm not saying that every guy is a cheater. I'm absolutely not saying that. But I am saying that there would be this void that you're talking about. It's not this addiction that only a few people have or that has to be dealt with therapy or something.
Right.
It's just there, and it's something that can be handled with your own fucking willpower.
Some people don't have willpower, though.
Well, that's what I mean. But that isn't some fucking addiction. That's people without willpower.
Right. I mean, and Jimmy's
people
saying
just don't have it.
Is when what you're talking about, just a chick like that, or going with like what he was talking about, like if you're the hooker you're with has bigger biceps than you. That's a little troublesome.
That's a bad move.
That's a bad move.
That's a fucking bait and switch. Doctored photo.
When they snatch the glasses off your face.
Doctored photo.
One of my favorite animations. Let's say hi to Chris in Jersey. Chris?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I have 2 things real quick. Jimmy, the one time when you said you had a woman that, like, when you were laying down, she was licking your ass and sucking you from behind and telling you great hog and everything like that.
Yeah, nice piece of meat.
Can I MapQuest that place? Is there a way I can get over there?
Oh no, dude. I haven't seen her. Honest to God, she used to come to my place. I haven't seen her in years. I don't even know if she's still in New York. Some of these girls fucking leave, man. It's unfortunate, but I think I used to see her at my old place.
Where do they go, Jimmy? Where do they go?
I don't know. To fucking hooker heaven. It's unfortunate.
Jesus. All right, we gotta take a break. We got more.
Wait, can we just say that me and Jimmy, like, I think I can speak for Jimmy. This is what we're talking about is years ago. I mean, I'm not talking about last Tuesday.
Wow, all right. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm just saying that honest to God, I made a decision, like you said, like 4 years ago. Look,
I like the disclaimer.
I'm going down
this
this.
one.
I'm going down this road. I'm going to try to I'm done with this shit because I don't want to wind up like this asshole and be a 50-year-old fucking bachelor like Colin Quinn with big earlobes and fucking skinny legs, not being able to fuck anything.
He really is a fucking. I don't know.
You know.
He's a top-heavy fucking... He looks like a caricature. Yeah, little fucking teeny legs and a giant awful torso and head.
Yeah, he's got elephant earlobes. They should have plates in him. He's a king in some fucking cultures in South America.
Fucking, like, thin girl fingers.
He does. Little thin. His little wooden puppet nose. His fucking awful blotchy skin when he gets nervous.
Oh, poor fucking
jackass.
Colin.
I just can't wait till his fucking toupee blows off the patch of hair he has up there that's just hanging on.
That fucking hairdo he has is atrocious.
And he's getting balder as he gets fatter. It's just shrinking. Hunk of shit.
Because his fat head is expanding.
Call them hunk of shit. Hunk of shit. Oh, wow.
Well, folks, I'll be at Helium Comedy Club with the Keith Robin show.
You know, some people can talk about it, some people can't.
Just collapsed against the wall. There's fucking awful. His Dolph Sweet body. He's the fucking.
He really does.
Dolph Sweet. Him and Patrice should remake "Give Me a Break."
He's awful sinus. He's gonna wear a sleep apnea mask at night like a fat Darth Vader. Fucking jackass.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Bob Kelly, Rich Voss is gonna be at Stress Factory, and we'll continue. We found more awful meatloaf, so it's one of the running themes today. So we'll check that out next. Also,
even worse. All right.
Also, we got a reporter that was attacked by a
family.
This is a really great story. We love when this happens. We'll get into it next.
Whether you like it bitty, medium or enormous, courtesy of Opie Anthony and Little Jimmy Norton. Get your free routes, looking no reason to go and buy it. Get to see some fun bags and help spread the virus. Send a self-addressed letter with a picture of your mom's, or click the wow link at opieandanthony.com. Send it in now if you want to get wowed. Watch the ladies whip them out and jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump around.
Exactly. Dean Wormer's wife is sexy too.
Yeah.
I mean, she's sexy.
Wow.
We're talking about Spitzer's wife, and we're looking at the footage of them, and, you know, we can't... And she's a good-looking older broad.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, she's like one of those that everybody's probably like, oh, Elliot, she's so beautiful and everything. Which, you know, it's fine. Yeah. And if he wants to stick with that, that's fine too. And the kids and everything else, but... Then you look at the cover of the Post and go,
she's smoking. Do you realize she's had a third?
He's a Jew.
Is he a Jew?
Elliot Spitzer, the Jew. The Jew with the claws.
The shapeshifter.
Shape-shifting Jew.
And the horns?
And the horns, Jew.
Here's why he doesn't want to fuck her anymore. Because she's had a third of a baseball team march out of her cunt. Do you realize the fucking outfield popped out of her box already?
She really does.
Why would he want that?
She has fat kidroids coming out of her asshole. That's why he wants to eat an asshole that doesn't have lumps on it. He has to worry about it popping like pomegranate seeds. Fuck her.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Fuck her. Her overly perfumed body. She tries to trim her pussy, but she gives up and misses spots. It's like an older gentleman's chin. Her lip just has a spot of hair on it. You're like, what is this?
Fucking pussy smells like a ghost. It's just fucking awful. You know what? She's not bad for a wife to go out and be your chick and fuck every once in a while. But when you want to fuck a hot, look at that. No stretch marks on her stomach. You know her stomach is all stretch marked out and her belly button looks like a baby's fist.
So how come a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old would rather fuck an older woman?
He would. Some do. It's called milfing.
Yeah.
It's a goof.
No,
it's a fucking goof. It's a goof. It's a goof. It's cougar hunting. Cougar hunting.
It's a fetish, Rich. It's not for real.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna move on to other things, but Spitzer to resign effective Monday. Sources say. Breaking news.
Watch him legalize prostitution.
Lay out.
You know he's gonna go fuck something this weekend.
Bring back the nude dancers. Completely nude. What?
I didn't realize that part. I didn't see that part.
What?
When they walk off the stage, Spitzer and his wife, he puts his arm around her. They walk to the wing of the stage and then to the open part of the back curtain, and she walks a little faster and steps in front of him, and he's got to take his arm off her back.
Yeah.
She wants no fucking part of him touching her.
You can't.
He's going to talk at 11:30 this morning as well.
Yes. Eastern time.
Eastern time, so it's going down very, very soon here.
Spitzer definitely has one of those big fucking huge mules, too. Look at his face.
Really? But
You think so? He looks like fucking Mike Birbiglia.
All right, we're going to do speed round. We got a lot of things going on here. Yeah, here we go. We got more Meatloaf from an A&E special that E-Rock found. Oof. We're obsessed with Meatloaf today. More bad singing. Because he's a...
This is great.
Hold on.
And then you took the words right out of my mouth.
And put the food right in.
Took the vocal cords out of your mouth, too.
Took the nodes right out of my throat.
What happened?
He sounds like me in the shower.
He's not hitting the nose though. Flat.
That is awful. He obviously didn't take the muffin out of his mouth.
He does sound like a tranny's peeing in his mouth.
If only his belly was as flat as what's coming out of his mouth.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, that's stupid.
Must have been kissing me. Took the words right out of my mouth.
He looks and sings like Big A now.
And then you
2
got...
out of...
And now we got the Detroit mayor using the N-word. We had this story earlier. We finally found it.
And finally tonight, and this may be the most talked about part of this speech after laying out all of that, but I feel that I cannot leave this auditorium with my wife and my son sitting there without addressing this issue. In the past 30 days, I've been called a nigger more than any time in my entire...
He's the guy that buried the word, right?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, more than 30 days.
What happened?
One amp.
I just want to... Now, at least I realize I got the right email address.
A nigger. More than any time in my entire life.
What, do you go to a Red Sox game?
In the past 3 days.
Oh, God damn. Fucking Boston.
Entire life. In the past 3 days, I've received more death threats than I have in my entire
Cut his ears off?
administration.
Oh, what's a death threat?
I've heard these words before, but I've never heard people say them about my wife and children. I have
people
to
are
say
slipping
this
up.
because it's very personal to me. I don't believe that a Nielsen rating is worth the life of my children or your children.
Yeah, wait, what?
He did it.
A Nielsen rating.
Well, they're getting ratings by reporting the story that he
on the
cheated,
news.
I guess.
He did some
I
kind
guess
of...
that's what he's...
he's probably getting accused about the cops and shit. He's probably getting fucking emails.
Yeah. Oh, right. When you shit on the cops like that because they're doing their job and they're doing a little investigation on you and then you fire them, That's something you can't do. No. Fucking Nixon tried that with people. They're investigating him. Fire them. Hey, fire them. Where's my Jew, Henry?
Remember the granny that was stuck in the closet yesterday?
Yes. Of course. Who could forget that?
They had the
dolt.
exclusive interview on the Today Show, and while you guys were doing that wonderful rant about cheating, they had her on with her old lady hat askew on the top of her head. I was
the
trying
one
to
that
get your
should be
attention.
removed by that fucking guy.
Yes.
I love that guy in that video with the 101-year-old woman. The old hat remover. That's the way you take an old lady's fucking hat off. You punch it off. If she's so fucking rude, she doesn't understand that when you're in a building, you remove your hat. The only way to handle it is to ball up your black fist and punch it off her fucking head. Knock that Hungarian bitch's fucking crown right off. When did that happen?
It's just so
it was a little while back.
It was a
woman
very-
was mugged in her apartment building
we
when she
show that
stepped
video,
out of the
please?
elevator.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
She gets out with a walker, and some gentleman of color comes up to her and decides she needed to remove her hat.
That a lady doesn't wear a hat indoors.
And she needed to be removed of her pocketbook.
Do we have the video, Thannikins?
Yeah.
I got to show. How do you not?
You've never seen this video? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, this guy is fucking. He was the winner of the hat removal competition 3 years in a row.
Well, that is the penalty if you're an old lady with a hat on indoors. You get you punch in the face and your purse taken away.
Yes, of course.
They just take your hat off.
You should have
quickly.
known.
Let's say hi to Sean in North Carolina as we find that video. Sean, what's up?
First of all, Jimmy, you killed Saturday night.
Thank you, buddy.
And Anthony, why didn't you tell us you had a house guest for the past 2 days?
What?
Boo.
Boo.
I don't know what that means.
You had somebody over, Anthony?
No, I think he's trying to, equate what we were just talking about with being my house guest.
What?
You had a prostitute or something?
No.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
What?
I have no idea, dude.
I didn't get what he was talking about, but I think he's trying to tie in,
something else?
What we were talking about.
All right. What?
Oh, she got punched.
Look, here it is. This is just really
This is
awful.
real footage. Look at how rude she is with that hat indoors. Look,
Jimmy,
this gentleman's trying to instruct
Can you
her.
do the dialogue that actually happens since we don't have it?
Yeah, can you do,
Yes.
can you do the play-by-play, please?
It's pretty quick.
I'll be the old lady. Hello, sir.
Madam, where did you learn your manners? Take that hat off. Take that hat off. Take it off. It's off. It's off. It's off. It's off. It's off.
It's so awful.
It's off. It's off.
She took 3.
Take it off. Keep it off. Keep it off.
Down
Pick
goes
up your hat.
Frazier.
Pick up your
Down
hat.
goes Frazier.
Her little walker tips over.
Oh, he knocked that bitch
Look
to
at the
death.
wheels spinning back and forth.
And he takes his bike with him.
You dumb old bag.
Can we watch that again? Look, remove your hat. I said remove your hat. It's off. It's off. It's off. It's off. And he's still socking her. Look.
He's blasting her.
Look, he's like looking through her purse.
Oh,
Wait,
and
are you
by the
thinking
way-
about your hat? Are you thinking about your hat? Are you thinking about your hat? He's feeling her up. Are you thinking about your hat?
Yeah, we need
Don't put your hat back on. Go down there and get your hat.
Oh, God.
Go down there and get your
How
hat.
did he clock her?
It took 4 punches to get her down. I think she called him something because he turned around with this. What did you just say? What did you just call me?
She actually reached for a pocketbook again. That's why you can see he takes it and then she reaches for it.
Well, he's
one more
trying to be
time.
a gentleman and get her and fucking. He's like trying to hang her coat up and be a gentleman, and she's like fucking up the whole thing. Look at her. He's trying to look at her jewelry.
You know what happened?
right
she
here,
reached for another
right there.
hat.
She reached for
She's
another
going
hat.
to get another hat. So yeah, Papa with a shorthand right. A little short arm right.
Well, they say that she hadn't trained for the right hand lead.
No.
Like she had been so ready for the fucking jabbing and the dancing and the ducking that he just threw a right hand lead at her. And
I cannot tell you how funny the little wheels spinning on her walker, like shopping cart wheels.
The hat pops off like Rocky when Adrian was going to the ring at the end. It pops right off her head.
Look, he's ready to leave, and he's like, "What did you?"
Well, she's an instigator,
And he
obviously.
goes through her
Watch,
pockets
watch.
a little bit, see if she's got another hat.
And watch, she turns around, but she
And then she goes to
What'd you
grab
say?
her hat.
Oh.
The worst part, though, is the way her fucking hair billows out with her fist.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
That big puffy cotton candy head.
Watch the way the fucking hair. It looks like Andy Rooney. The way the hair. Look the way the hair shakes. She's like a rock star.
Yeah, see. when her hair shakes when she reaches down.
She can take a hit, though.
Oh, she sure can.
She can take a punch, this broad.
Fucking A. She's hair like Edgar Winter.
Rich, what do you think?
Look, here it is. Wait.
Wait, watch the hair pull out.
You know, wait.
You guys are sick, man. What the fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong? You're fucking insane.
What do you say?
They're just fucked up, Rich.
The way her hair billows out is hysterical.
She's 100 years old.
When she goes down, she doesn't play games.
What's wrong with you guys?
Oh.
You're fucking damaged.
Fucking David Bowie. Rock star.
Oh, she tries to hold on to something. Look at that. She's trying to hold on. A cocksucker when she falls. Oh, bitch in her glass jaw.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Jesus, man.
Rich, what do you think? What do you think?
She should have never gotten in the ring with him.
I just see how times change. There was a time that she would sit on her front porch and he would bring her tea.
Just the way that hair looks. What does that hair remind me of?
Look, as she's falling over, he pushes her. Look.
Yeah, get down there, bitch.
Holy shit.
Oh, look at it. She looks like Dusty Rhodes going down from the top. Oh, my belly hurts. Oh, that is a tussleable fucking head of hair. Holy mackerel, does she have a full head?
Tussled it.
He sure did. Oh, it's on the ground, Maud. I'm tired of looking at your head.
Fist as big as her head, too.
Oh.
Did they ever catch this guy?
Oh, yeah.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they got
and
him.
she's now 101.
He's going to Gleason's gym to fucking work on it. Took him 4 shots to get this whole bag.
Oh, the laughing stock of the yard.
Shit, I better go hit the speed bag a little bit. I could have knocked that bitch down with 2 shots maximum. One belly. He should have went to the body first.
All right, let's go to Brian the trucker. Brian, what's up?
Hey, guys. I just
1, 2, 3. Punch her in the knuckles.
Hold on, what? Hold on, what? Brian.
Yeah, I'd like to say Kwame Kilpatrick is a big...
What?
Well, I'm trying to get the truck horn bit going, and they still aren't doing it right.
Can we watch? I want to see from the top, because she looks like Tanner Boyle falling down.
It's Tanner Boyle. Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, take that hat off. Oh, I can't get
no.
Jesus, motherfucker.
Oh, I fucking can't get
This is upsetting Rich so much.
Oh, of course.
Just watch it in the spirit it's made.
Of course, he's the same age she is.
Oh, please, don't take the pictures of my son. They're in here.
Oh, Tanner.
Love all that, though.
Oh, she took a tumble.
That is great.
God love her.
Fucking down goes Peter Graves.
You ever seen a grown drug addict naked? Jesus.
All right, take that, Wilford Brimley.
Jesus. Start pushing on Meals on Wheels.
Oh my God, she has a fucking Peter Graves head.
Peter Graves. There she goes. Oh, goodbye.
Oh my God. Oh, down goes Gary Busey. Down goes Gary Busey. Oh, wow. Oh my fucking God.
She really does get hit.
Oh, that fucking mop do is fucking. Hey, David Spade, don't fall.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's wrong with you guys?
But I was just walking up. She positioned herself pretty much saying, could you punch me in the side of the face?
Oh, boy, he fucking gave her a hook.
Oh.
And the wheel is still going.
The wheel is just going,
Yeah.
Look at her little legs
Spinning.
trying to get up again.
Oh, she's trying.
That wheel is all cockeyed.
Stay down. Stay down.
All right.
All right.
Very
no
good.
I'm gonna fucking hurt my throat laughing.
That hurt.
Boomer from Jersey writes, how bad is this video where the voice of reason is the guy that spread baby shit on his face less than a week ago? You guys are just insane.
It's too funny. Love that shit.
Steve and Derek just handed this in. And then we're going to go to that old granny story from yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called Baby Diaper Mustache. baby diaper mustache. How the fuck am I going to do this?
You're going to stick your fingers in there and do it quick.
It's not a big deal. It's like food, only, in the second stage.
Food in the second stage is called shit, Rich.
Do it. Man up.
Oh, my God. Look at that part.
This is a new law.
it!
A new fucking
Do
law.
it!
Oh, my God, no. Oh, God.
Open!
That is fucking disgusting.
Oh, pretty good job with that.
Yeah, very good job.
Very good, Derek. Baby diaper mustache on YouTube if you haven't checked it out yet. William Cutter. Now I got to defend you guys because William Cutter from Charleston, he writes, "You're doing a fucking radio show, assholes. Critiquing a video we can't see like your Bob Saget ain't cutting it, motherfuckers."
Oh, shut
you
up.
got to use your imagination there.
Plus, everyone's seen the video. It's like if we were watching the Kennedy one and we were saying, there he goes behind the sign, would you still not know what we're talking about? I mean, it's obviously not as famous as that, but...
Come on. It's getting there, though. It's getting the views on
Just
Break.
as funny.
Well,
Actually, I think
Just as funny.
I think the video's on break.com with audio, so you can check it out for yourself. Old woman mugged in the search engine.
That is, can I say, that's a fucking panic.
It's a panic.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, that is a scream.
All right. Hey,
oh, boy.
We talked about the granny yesterday. A tornado hits. She gets stuck in the closet. We had the audio. Well, they had an exclusive interview on the Today Show. And I do believe she said shitting during the interview.
Shitting.
She took cover in a closet to protect herself from a tornado she thought was heading her way, but the door locked, and 62-year-old Susan Mitchell was stuck inside along with 2 of her cats for more than 20 hours. So how did she escape? She's lucky to be here to tell us this morning. Susan, good morning. Actually, we're the lucky ones, because this is some darn story. This happened, what, about a week ago?
A week ago, exactly.
You heard the tornado sirens.
Well, on the news, they kept saying tornado. First they say warning, and then they say watch. And this was watch. And it was all around Greensboro, which is about an hour away from me.
You grabbed 2 of your cats. You ran into the closet because you're supposed to go into a secure kind of a place.
Right.
And what was the moment when you realized that the door was locked?
Actually, I laid down and fell asleep for a while. I don't know how long. And I woke up and I thought, well, I'll get up and go to the bathroom. Doorknob just turned. It would not. I mean, it was just free falling, and I was like, no, I've locked myself in this closet.
Dope.
Well, I was going in the closet to get my hat, which was punched off by a Negro. Jesus. I wanted to get the new hat I bought with the chin strap in case that vagabond showed up again. Andy Warhol. That's the line.
That's who it is.
She looked like Warhol.
Andy Warhol gets punched in the face.
Funny. He fucking had a Campbell soup can balled up in his fist. Fucking. So I was going to get my new chin strap hat so a Negro couldn't punch it off in the lobby. As I stood there sassing him.
William Cutter wrote back, Charleston, South Carolina. I saw the video on Break, and I take it back. I love you guys. Frunkus. He filled in the blanks there.
Now, your phone was off the hook, and you live alone, right? Except for the cats. So
And, they don't dial 911 at all.
He's funny.
What do they do? Besides, they don't dial 911, but do they bury cat shit in your vagina when you fall asleep in the closet? Those little cat feet kicking it back into a box.
911 at all.
Because you had 3 outside, because you have 5 cats altogether, 5 outside the door. So this was how many hours into this whole escapade were you realizing that you're locked inside? Talk about 2-3
probably
hours?
it didn't take very long, an hour or 2. But then I thought, well, all I can do is sleep right now. And then I sort of started, this is almost like a storage closet, so I was scavenging around the closet, seeing what was in there. And I found a board, and I measured it when I got out. It was 4.5 feet long, 15 inches wide, and 1/2 inch thick. And I started beating on the door with it, because you think of the door as the means of escape.
Well, how many hours was this into your escapade?
Right.
Probably about...
At least 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours, okay.
And see what I did to my door.
Oh, you hit it.
I hit it. I'm pretty strong. And the reason I'm strong is I give credit to the Thomasville YMCA. I go 3 days a week. I do half-hour water exercises, and an hour of
Drown.
swimming.
There you go. You never know when that good exercise is going to come in handy.
You ever seen some of this water exercising crap? You're getting nothing done.
Of course you're not.
You're getting nothing done.
But fucking brain exercise, not lock yourself in a closet, you dummy.
Exactly. Here's where she says
Was it a
shitting.
fucking lock on or closet?
Sorry, we wasted like 2 or 3 minutes to get to this clip.
So, that we need to also add that there was some urgency to your getting out of there because you are diabetic and you needed to make sure that you had the things you needed to stay healthy. So at some point you start beating on that door pretty hard.
I kept hitting it and hitting it. I'd rest and I'd hit it. And I was getting pretty exhausted and I wasn't...
Bob Murphy, who knows a little bit about tornadoes, he goes, she said first it was a tornado warning and then a tornado watch. A warning is more serious than a watch. Basically, she went in the closet when the danger had already passed.
When they downgraded. That's great.
Oh my God! They said partly cloudy.
Ran.
Went to the bomb shelter. Fucking overreacting old twat.
terribly hungry, but I would have mugged anybody for a bottle of water.
Very using that joke
Okay,
again.
so almost 20 hours, about 20 hours.
Praying, and I was crying, and I was praying, and I was crying, and finally I was laying there and I said, please God, you have to let me out. And he said, what is stronger, wood or sheetrock? And I realized, why am I hitting the door when I can hit the sheetrock?
When I could shit on the floor.
So what
why am I
you did
shitting
was
my
you
pants? I
hammered-
ask that question every time I'm in the car, or buying something in the store, or watching television, when I'm watching my programs.
My programs.
Oh, I stand up and there's fucking pudding all over my ankles.
Watching my cereals.
Why am I hitting the door when I can hit the sheetrock?
There you go. And so what
That's what
you
that guy
did was
said
you
at the
hammered
door in her-
that, and
on
you
her
made
hat.
you came
Why
out
am I
with
hitting
this
this
advice.
door?
So I say to
When I
everybody,
can hit her
keep a
hat.
hammer in your closet, tie your cell phone around your neck, and be in shape. Well, thank goodness for the YMCA. Thank goodness for you, and I'm glad to see you healthy
you.
and happy in here. Thanks so much, Susan.
And I've enjoyed being here.
All right, good.
How many millions of people had their time wasted with that little feature this morning on the Today Show? Who gives a shit?
Some old broad stuck in a closet. Great.
Dummy.
And she start punching the door like Uma Thurman. In fuck! If I only could remember the movie.
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Oh, Kill Bill. Oh, yeah.
Kill
yeah,
Bill
sure.
2. It's good.
Kimberly?
You don't need the two.
And it didn't matter whether you got it or not. Excuse me. Thank you.
Kimberly.
I actually didn't hear it.
Hello?
Hi, Kimberly.
Hello?
Are you in your closet?
No.
She's from Oklahoma.
What's up, baby?
Tornado Alley, right? Oklahoma's part of that Tornado
Yes.
Alley. What do you got?
I just saw your video of the diaper on my husband's phone. He has YouTube. He has one of those
We don't
phones
care.
that Anthony has.
Yes, the
Yes,
YouTube.
we-
Oh, wait, he's got the phone that Anthony has.
Oh,
What
the-
store did he buy it in?
You mean the iPhone?
The iPhone.
The one that has
Yep.
a million people have.
Oh, yeah. He had to have it.
It's not a Ferrari.
He's like Anthony. He has to have all the new
Ma'am, you're off on a
electronics.
horribly tedious tangent.
Get back on the road. What do you got?
He said, I saw the video and it's totally real, so I don't care what anybody says.
Not many people are saying it's fake. Just assholes that don't like the show. It's very obvious that it's real. But Bob Kelly was here. Rich Voss was here.
Yeah, and
Jimmy missed that day, unfortunately. But
it looked like you mowed a lawn and then turned the lawnmower over and took the 2 finger scoops out of the bottom of
Mulch.
the and just wiped it on your
In the
mustache.
fucking mulch pit.
There's,
Puke if I
yeah,
think about
there's,
it.
there's no way that's fake. It's totally real. People are just ridiculous.
You know, I'll tell you this much. If it was fake, it would be posted everywhere. Break.com decided not to touch the video, and they love us. And the K-Rock website here in New York City, our home radio station, they refuse to put any pictures or video up from that day.
Certain people think this is fake. Are they out of their fucking mind?
A few.
Why won't they put it up?
Huh?
Well, because it's shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's shit.
Yeah,
they
but
don't.
baby
they
shit
frown
is
on
cute.
shit.
It's
No, it's
baby
not.
shit.
No, it's not.
If you ate it or something, I would understand, I guess. But
Plus, you didn't
a
see
baby
the
diaper mustache? Stop.
Plus, you didn't see it happening, so it could have been anything. You know, that's the problem. Like, that's the thing that you didn't see it coming out of an asshole, so it should have been allowed.
Right.
Hey, this new governor of New York, he's blind and black?
Yes.
That would explain my perfect joke.
It's kind of good, though. He won't know that they're walking him in the back door.
It would be fun if you had confidence in it. He's trying to trip.
Wow.
You take your headphones off in the middle of bombing. What's that
Wow.
about?
So, you know what? I got to admit.
What? You going to quit the business?
Yeah.
Everyone is. You guys want to go check out Elliot Spitzer after the show? I know exactly where he lives. We could watch him do his thing. I think he's going to talk right outside his house today.
Oh yeah,
at 11:30 supposedly.
Unless
they're whisking him away to somewhere else.
Yeah, they'll probably bring him somewhere.
Great if it, right in the middle of the interview, her wife opens up the curtains. She's just sucking a cock, just blowing.
Her wife.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Look at this fucking animal.
Thanks, Tony.
Sorry, Tony.
I love calling you Tony.
Yeah, a lot of people are right. I said, what a waste of time. And, of course, J.A. from Atlanta. Who had their time wasted, Opie? How about all of your listeners?
Oh.
Well, he's right, though. But I saw there was a clip where she said shitting. So, hey, one more story. We got a reporter that got beat up for being just a little too nosy, I believe. Right? Mm-hmm. Is the video on the internet?
Do you have the video, Than? It's on the news somewhere.
All right,
I will look for it.
Check this story out. I think we're going to need a little, a little explanation. Where's Danny? I think this is Danny's. I think this is the actual audio from the video. I guess a reporter went to a victim's family's house? Yeah. What's the story, Danny?
Yeah, they get into it. They play the way the story runs. They play the audio of the reporter getting attacked, and then they actually get into the story.
Okay, good.
Our photographer was putting his gear away. He was already in the car, and he was looking at what was going on from afar. So it was just me. And she charged across the street, punched me, pulled me to the ground, and at that point I just had to try to defend myself.
It's always our policy to make sure that we're courteous and respectful of the requests of those people who are going through that tragedy. And I think in this case, we definitely did that. We also have a responsibility to report the news and to make sure that the public is being informed. This was a potential...
What fucking... You don't have a responsibility to inform the public on nonsense stories?
What tragedy? What was going on?
Yeah, Danny, what was the story? Why were they at this house?
Yeah, that might help.
Oh, you don't know. You're reading now, too. Great. Danny went, and then looked at the computer like, God, somebody please help me.
Oh, look at this. They mentioned the fucking race of the family.
I said the same thing when I first saw this.
I didn't see it.
No, not when I first saw it.
The family members, all white, began yelling and charged a black reporter. These fucking... How about mentioning the race of the fucking student that was just shot? The fucking student body president that was just shot, and the fucking color of the guy they're looking for.
Yeah, why not mention that?
Holy shit, if you can't see a liberal bias in the media, you're a dumb motherfucker.
I said the same thing this morning when I first saw the story on the news. I'm going, why are they mentioning color? Because it has nothing to do with a white woman running out and hitting a black reporter.
Well, they called her... They yelled racial slurs at her.
Who cares? They were fucking the big deal. They yell fucking racial shit all the time when they attack white people.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's not important. But why were they there anyway, reporting?
Yeah, let's find out. David in Jacksonville.
I fucking hate the media.
David,
I wish they would have killed her.
Knock her hat off at least.
You mean her tracks? Oh, yeah, another racial one. Where was the race mentioned in that? Didn't see
no. We'll have a listener give the details of the story because obviously we don't have them. What do you got, David?
Right. It's a family of white people, and one of their family members was arrested, and the reporters showed up. Actually, it was two groups of reporters. That's
all right, slow down. So why was this person arrested?
I don't know the crime.
Oh, my God. Well, that's kind of important here.
Well, because
she said something, that we have a responsibility to make sure the public's informed, and I strongly disagree with that. Some stories, sure. When you got a governor that's sleeping around with prostitutes, that's a responsibility to the public to keep them informed. But some just dopey story, a reporter doesn't have that responsibility.
That's assault and battery charges.
They have the right.
More white on black verbal
all right,
naughtiness.
assault and battery charges. The black reporter goes there to get a comment from the victim's family?
Yes.
Well, no, just to report in front of the house for a location because the crap you're reporting in local news.
Right.
They have the right to be there, so, I mean, I can see why they would get angry.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. That's what they were charged with after they beat up the reporter.
Brown was reporting on the death of 73-year-old Tommy Howell, who was killed by a blow to the head after an argument.
All right, you're done there, Jacksonville. You ruined
His
it, too.
body was found. So there was a death in their family, and the vultures that are the media stood outside. I guess what's the responsibility?
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
Of course, to talk to the dead guy's family about what? Like they were there, they saw it?
There's no responsibility there.
None.
You know, you just know it makes for good TV. There's no responsibility to the public.
Another vulture in the media. Good.
So an old guy, 73, died by what? Some
blow to the head.
A blow to the head
argument. Yes.
After an argument. Okay, reporter shows up to get some comments from the victim's family.
Yeah, there you go. You got what you deserved.
Absolutely, you did.
That. We also have a responsibility to report the news and to make sure that the public is being informed. This was a potential homicide, and you at that point don't know who else could be in danger, and it is our responsibility to make sure that the information is out there, and we take that responsibility seriously.
So why do you have to stand in front of the victim's house, you fucking, you buzzard? You fucking circling the crime scene buzzard? Why do you have to stand in front of the victim's house?
Well, then it's not a
because
vulture.
they're all
Buzzard.
prostitutes, man! Zombie killers!
Oh, that mentioning the race really annoys me. God, I fucking hate this country.
What was the race? Was it black on black crime?
No, it was white on black. But I don't even care if they mention that.
Yeah.
But it's like then you got this fucking student body girl, this white girl who was shot. The guy's black, and they never would mention
No
it.
race.
It's amazing.
No race.
Because you assume.
All right, fair enough.
So what are they going to keep saying it over and over and over again?
That's their thinking, buddy.
That's their thinking, buddy. It's absolutely right. What's going on? Is that him leaving?
No, it's
this is
stock
all
footage.
Oh, believe me, they will.
Okay.
They'll
Is his
put a
house
big.
far from?
Huh?
Is his house far?
From here?
Yeah.
A mere 20 blocks.
Oh, he
Right
lives
on
in
Fifth Avenue.
He lives in the city.
Right across from the museum.
No, Patterson.
He's on about 79th Street and Fifth Ave. Not saying anything crazy. They're all camped out there.
Just say where he
Everyone
lives.
else.
It's not a secret. It's a governor.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I think they know.
Bloomberg lives on 66th.
Hey, keep it under your hat.
Yeah, keep us between us.
Knock
66,
your
really?
head off.
Yes.
I drive
There's a little
66
police thing
on the
right
way
out in
back
front
to
of
my
his apartment.
Oh, that's where he lives.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he doesn't live in the mansion, right? He lives in his own his own building.
Right, nicer.
Let's go to Josh. Josh.
Yes.
Yes.
I live in South Carolina. I watched the news story last night, and apparently the grandson had killed the grandfather, and two of the women that were arrested were his sister and his mother.
Okay. So they're dealing with their own shit, and this vulture is trying to get comments.
Well, apparently the woman that was attacked had already packed up. They were ready to go.
That doesn't matter. They were just probably tired of the media. Anytime a reporter gets beat up, very rarely do I think it's not justified. Because they've been such fucking bags of shit for so long. They have no connection to anything they're reporting. They have no conscience about any of it. They don't care about the victims at all.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime they catch a fucking fist to the teeth, good.
Good. All
Good
right.
one, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Thanks
All
a
right,
lot,
sir.
boys.
Thank you.
I love it that we're talking about that, and then 10 minutes ago we were just making fun of an old lady getting her face smashed in.
That's true.
Fucking flip-flopping assholes.
We really are.
We really are just assholes. Hey, you know what? Fucking the media gets what they deserve, taking advantage of people. Look at that, look at that lady's head. Ah, the wheels are flopping. Take your hat off, you cunt.
Funny is funny, dude.
Yeah, true. Speaking of funny is funny.
Should I have kids for love? Guys?
Oh, wow. I blew that. I mean, that would have been all right, too. But speaking of funny.
It's just that sometimes it's easier to keep running away from things rather than to commit to the hard choices, even the ones that make us happy.
Almost 11.
You mean like falling in love happy? Getting married happy? Having kids? That kind of happy? Gino. You think my parents were happy, Joe? Wrong. They were fucking miserable. For years I had to go through that. Years.
So is this about them or you?
Hey, man, no offense, but you know me for like 12 weeks. And granted, I admit my head's a little screwed up, but there's no way in hell you know me well enough to understand why.
I understand that you can't keep running away from the thing you're chasing. That's what's making you crazy, not pizza.
That Puerto Rican Stay out of my head, okay?
Bob Kelly.
And bliss my ass. I'm going on break.
look at me.
Is this a play?
Look at me.
Great.
You're not Irish.
Look at me.
Oh, God.
How good looking am I? Watch
Look at
this.
his hair's blowing.
Look at that.
What is this?
Holy Jesus!
You're
When did
just-
you eat him?
We're seeing a video, obviously, of Bobby doing some of this acting with a
The
full head of
fucking-
hair, at least 120 pounds lighter.
Who you acting with?
120 pounds.
That's just his arm.
Jesus Christ. 120 pounds.
What is this? What movie is this?
Looks like The Outsiders.
This is Last Night at Eddie's. I was
He's
the
got long, curly hair.
I was the romantic lead.
I see that. You're looking off into the distance
I
between your lines.
If you heard this dialogue, you'd fucking throw up right now.
What's the scene? What's the scene?
You and Grandpa Lewis. That sounded good.
Yeah.
What's the scene?
Well, this is where I'm talking to her about the desert.
Are you talking about like traveling the world and
That's
finding
it,
God?
yes. Yeah, finding God.
I really wish we had that.
California sunset's not so bad.
I'd like to see that someday, but I just don't get out that much.
You should. It's a beautiful country, Allison. Last time I went down to the Colorado Rockies.
Pause that for a second.
From there.
It's a beautiful country, Alice. And I've opened for Dane all over it.
Wow.
Look at him with his Jerry curling.
This is me talking about the retard kid.
Got your Jerry curl in your hair.
But look at this. Watch this though. Look at my lip. Look at that fucking face. Fuck you.
You look like a fucking Puerto Rican girl. You're like Rosie Perez.
Crisis before us today.
What?
Today, this afternoon, the Senate will pass its budget that we believe addresses the
Bob Kelly?
economic crisis in a way that rejects new taxes.
All right, I thought it was a Spitzer crap.
Not when Spitzer comes on, they're gonna.
Yeah.
You'll know it. Oh, Bobby's
From
bad.
there, I went down to Navajo Valley, southern Utah, a place called the Valley of the Gods. As far as you can see are these rock formations.
Why'd you go
going
to the Valley of the Gods, Buddha?
Bobby, what's wrong? You all right?
He's acting.
The back of my neck hurts.
See are these
Holding
rock
up that head.
It's certainly not from the brains inside. Your fucking back of your neck should be airy and fucking stress-free. Holding up a walnut. A fucking hollow coconut with a fucking walnut hanging in there.
How you gonna do?
I knew you were going to say what.
Where was this? Was this on video or released anywhere?
Yeah, this is actually. It was actually big in fucking, I think, Taiwan or some shit.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They redid the cover and made it. It was supposed to be one
Better
of those.
actors.
What'd you say?
Better actors.
I wish they did.
As far as you can see are these rock formations growing hundreds of feet right up out of the ground. They're all made of this red sandstone, so at night when the sun starts to set, it's like the whole valley's on fire, Allison.
What emotion you put into that.
Exactly.
Fucking watered down pony boy.
Exactly what you like.
Oh Jesus!
If you're looking for God, that's where you find him. Amazing.
If it's so amazing, why'd you come back? I mean, it can be so depressing around here, don't you think? Same old places, same old faces. Dylan, it doesn't matter.
That's
I'm
it.
just glad you're here.
That's it.
Allison! I need you in here!
Go to the.
I better go.
Hey, Allison. I miss you.
All right, Bobby. We like to do time machine bits on this show.
Yeah.
If you had the chance to go in a time machine and talk to this Bob Kelly, what would you do to him?
I would say,
try emoting a little when you act.
I would try.
I've heard fucking Blimpie subs ordered with more fucking passion and range. Fucking asshole.
At least they don't just make faces of the emotion. Angry. Oh, sad. Oh,
you might want to try
happy.
It. If you're looking for God, here's where you find him. Really? State your floor. We have bras on floor 3 and bathing suits on the 4th floor. And when you're looking for God, here's where you go. There's sandstone, Alice. There sure is sandstone. You know what, Alice? I missed you, Alice. One level. That's all I do. I'm the same guy at all moments, Alice.
There's actually one with some emotion in it where I tell her I love her.
Oh
yeah.
Is it nausea from the audience?
Hey, is it true that Hunger Strike is being played in the background of that scene?
I don't know.
Someone is suggesting that Hunger Strike is playing in the background of that scene.
I love you, Alice. I missed you. You'd never know it to talk to me. You'd have to read it in the script to know I missed you.
Yeah, that wasn't.
How the inside track. I'm hearing, we didn't even call out an attack, but the listeners have taken it upon themselves to go after the manatees today. And on the BostonHerald.com inside track website, I guess, they're just commenting about that dumb story they ran today in the inside track. O&A aren't going anyway. O&A aren't going anyway, see cows. Someone told me to read this, but now I'm, no? All right, fuck it. Fuck it. They're having fun with the, thank you. The inside track. Good. What are you doing?
I'm borrowing $100 from boss. He goes, you going to rip it up? I'm like, no. What? Oh, my fucking Michael Milken.
At least he just busted a stereotype
Somebody
before.
get me a napkin. I just spilled coffee on the console.
All right, it's obvious it's time for Line of the Day.
Yep.
Line of the Day.
Brought to you by BowDogFantasySports.net. They've got $1 million up for grabs in the Bowdog Bracket Buster game. If you think you know college basketball, head over to BowDogFantasySports.net. Here is a runner-up Line of the Day.
His Dolph Sweet body. He's the fucking...
He really does.
Dolph Sweet. Him and Patrice should remake Gimme a Break.
Right on to the next one.
Have you noticed around 50 women just say they stop dyeing it?
We've talked about that. They start looking like your best friend, man.
Yeah, no, they look like they pitched for the Yankees in 1978. They part their hair down the side. Fucking cunts.
You got to add that in. Rich Voss at Stress Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Starting Thursday?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Stress Factory.
Thursday, Friday. New Brunswick, New Jersey?
Will you stop farting in my face?
732-545.
Ha ha. Very good. Here's another runner-up Line of the Day.
Please, any of you guys that don't appreciate where my money went, you stand up. All right, McGreevy, sit down.
He squeezes her face like a horse. Look at this mouth. Scott's like feeling her gums in her teeth.
Finally, the
that
last
was a shared one.
Runner-up Line of the Day.
Book, but they sell guns.
And Target. It won't be in Target.
They won't sell. It's mind-boggling how they.
Yeah, they should sell his CD there because then you'll go buy a gun.
Whoa, Rich! Oh no!
Coming back. Now, Rich, don't say another word. Take your headphones off and walk out the door.
Yeah,
because that's
that
the
left
last
you in a
thing
good
the
light.
listeners are going to remember. Don't even trust me on this one. Take it. There you go. Put your coat on.
Yeah.
Don't even say goodbye because you'll fuck that up.
Put that fucking Irish cheddar-haired coat.
And finally, with that, with Rich Voss leaving, here is your Line of the Day.
Here comes Line of the Day. Line of the Day. Here's why he doesn't want to fuck her anymore. Because she's had a third of a baseball team march out of her cunt. You realize the fucking outfield popped out of her box already.
She really does.
Why would he want that?
She has fat kidroids coming out of her asshole. That's why he wants to eat an asshole that doesn't have lumps on it. He has to worry about it popping like pomegranate seeds. Fuck her.
Oh, shit.
La 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 la.
Hey, Jake in Missouri is reminding us of something. Yes, Jake.
Hey, Bobby owes Voss $100. That's how terrible a Jew Voss is. He can't even remember to get his money from him.
I'm not here.
Well, he owed me dinner from a thing, so we did a trade-off.
Bob owes you $100.
No, he owed me
because Bob said if anyone comes in with a baby diaper, he'll give $100 to that person.
I told Bobby. Bobby one time was working at Caroline's. I said, if you get more than 50 people in, I'll buy you dinner.
So 51 people showed up.
51 people showed up. And he was counting himself twice though. And
what?
So we called it even. But that's a big dinner. It's $100.
Did you just do a math joke?
Whatever.
Yeah, line of the day. Just walk out.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
Fuck, I love you guys, man. I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't on my game
Don't
today.
play on our emotions, asshole. Fuck you.
Exactly. We don't love you.
Yeah, we don't.
We would have if you didn't fucking kill our Lord.
Yeah, we're not a we're not a happy family, fucking faggot. Beat it.
I hate Bobby with confidence.
It's not me with confidence. It's you without confidence.
Today, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I just want to. I apologize.
Listen, let it go.
What's wrong with you?
Exactly, you fucking worm.
All right?
You okay?
No.
What's the matter?
What's wrong?
Oh, because I'm just not up to par today.
You almost said not funny, but you said up to par.
You got tears in your eye.
I have no tears in my eye.
You got a little glassy-eyed.
I feel bad. I feel like I let you guys down.
Oh, don't worry about it. You do it all the time.
Tomorrow we got Michael K. Williams over 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Omar.
And April 8th, my CD DVD comes out.
That's right.
That's right. And if I sell 30,000 copies, I get to kick the president of Comedy Central Records in the nuts.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
Yeah. Nice to know he'll probably have a 28,000 fucking cushion.
That's just mean, Jimmy.
Is the CD and the DVD
You're supposed to help me sell shit, you asshole?
Are they the same? Is the CD and the or are they separate?
It's two. It's a CD, 50 minutes, and then it's a DVD. The half-hour special is on it, and a 45-minute documentary. I did little Jimmy's in it, being very mean to me.
Yeah?
Very mean. Very mean.
All right. We're out
Colin,
here.
Dane.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Fun show.
Now, we all know that Opie and Anthony Wow stickers are your tickets to seeing some beautiful bosoms.
Well, yeah.
Did you know that Wow stickers have many other uses?
I use Wow stickers around the house to keep raccoons away from my garbage. Come here, little fella. Oh, God! Oh, God, it's biting my balls. Jesus Christ, my balls. Ouch, ouch, my balls. My balls are being bitten by a raccoon here, people. Raccoon eating my balls here. Raccoon on balls. Anybody? Do you see the raccoon dangling from my crotch?
Get your official Opie and Anthony Wow stickers at opieandanthony.com.
Derek, there's something hanging off your balls, man.
Hey, college kids, this is professional intern Pat Duffy.
And this is Hip Hop.
Shut up, Ron. Are you interested in learning the ins and outs of a professional radio show? Do you want to immerse yourself in the fast-paced, exciting world of radio? Are you looking to hone your production and broadcasting skills in a positive team environment? Are you looking to make a difference? Then don't bother applying here.
But if you'd rather learn all about getting coffee, bagels, and being abused to the point where you'll go home at night wishing you were never born,
Cry, cry, cry! You're shit!
then apply to be an intern for the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, Hip Hop Ron, how would a young chap like yourself apply to this fine internship?
Just go to...
Shut the fuck up! Go to internships.xmradio.com and apply. I'll see you soon, kiddies.